my tarot cutie patooties, my tarot family. It is me, Empress of Fortune. We're back again, one more again, with another tarot reading for you. This time we're going to be doing the future spouse, the one that's waiting for you, or it could also be your next serious relationship, your next relationship in general, okay? So we have 4 piles here. We're starting off strong here with pile 1 with the Law of Attraction Tarot. So if you're into Law of Attraction, that might be your pile, you never know. We have pile 2 here with the Animal Totem Tarot. This here is pile 3 with the Tarot Illuminati. And last but not least, one of my favorite decks, we have pile 4 over here with the Hoodoo Tarot, okay? I'm actually going to do something that I don't think I've ever done before, and I'm going to reveal one of your cards right here in the intro for each pile, because I feel like this might help you to choose a little bit better. So we're actually going to use my Shaman Box Oracle, which this is like animal cards, animal oracle cards, and I think that they might help you to choose your pile. Of course, we will have the identifiers as well, so the identifier timestamps will be down below. But Spirit, please help me to help my viewers to choose their piles, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and cut the deck, and let's see what we have here. And I'll just put 1 card for each pile. I think I might also do like a little pile preparation as well, inspired by White Feather Tarot. So for pile 1, we have here the cat, okay? So the cat for pile 1. Pile 2, we have here the snake. Pile 3, we have the hummingbird. And pile 4, we have the tiger. Ooh, okay, I hope that those helped you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get into the identifiers now, and then we will get straight into the readings. So go ahead and check those timestamps out down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys at your reading. Bye. Welcome to my pile 1s. If you chose the Law of Attraction Tarot with the beautiful cat as your animal oracle card, then we're going to go ahead and get into our identifiers for right now. These are going to just help you to confirm that this reading is for you. If you already feel like you know that this reading is for you because of the kitty cat or because of your intuition, because of the tarot deck, whatever, feel free to skip this part if you want to. There's another timestamp down below that will take you straight into the reading about your future spouse, your next relationship, okay? For those of you who like to stay for the identifiers, I love them too. Let's go ahead and get ready. Spirit, please connect me deeply into the energy of my viewers who are here watching pile 1. How can they know that this reading is in fact for them? Pile 1, who are my pile 1 people? 1, 2, 3, and stop. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and go through these. If you have never been here before, if I'm new to you, first of all, thank you so much for watching. Secondly, the way that these work is basically, there's a whole bunch of stuff on these slips. If they are important to you somehow, if they have shown up in your life recently, if you are thinking like about a specific person, maybe it could be relevant to them, okay? So we'll go through them as they arise. We have here Picture by Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock, okay? So this is a song, it's a country song. I put your picture away, sat down and cried today, right? So yeah, maybe you are really into taking pictures. Maybe you're a photographer. Maybe you just like recently took a picture that you really loved, or you saw a picture that maybe like made you kind of sad, okay? So that could be maybe your favorite country song. Maybe you heard somebody sing it at karaoke the other night or something like that, right? So it needs to have some sort of relevance in your life, whether that is like a deep importance or just like passing through kind of energy, but like recently, okay? We have here Cheers, Drink to That by Rihanna. So maybe you and your friends just like went out and you did a cheers last night. Maybe you heard that song on the radio or on your Spotify, your Apple Music, whatever it is that you listen to. Maybe that's your favorite Rihanna song. Okay, we have here Energy by Drake. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me of my energy, okay? It's interesting we got 3 songs in a row. I promise they're not all songs. International. Okay, so maybe you have been on an international trip recently. Maybe you're planning one. Maybe you yourself are kind of international. You might have like dual nationalities, or maybe your parents come from 2 different countries, or maybe you have an international family where like, you know, you have family members who are from different countries or something like that. Annoying. Okay, maybe you recently had a very annoying experience. Maybe somebody called you annoying. Maybe you called somebody else annoying. Maybe you just heard somebody use that word, like you're at the pool and you heard a couple of kids yelling at each other and somebody was like, "You're so annoying," right? It could be something as simple as that. We have here Nana by Trey Songz. I might need to take that one out of the lip bowl. We have Nana by Trey Songz. Oh, Nana, look what you done started. Oh, Nana, why you gotta act so naughty? Okay. Maybe somebody threw some cash, because they do say that in that song. So maybe somebody like threw some cash. Maybe you were at the strip club recently, or maybe you saw somebody throw some money somewhere. Ted Mosby, he is the main character of How I Met Your Mother TV show, played by Josh Radnor. Okay, he is the person who's telling the story of how he met the kid's mother. We have here Susan Sontag. Speaking of photographers, she's a photographer. I don't know if she's still with us. I should probably check on that. But she was like a journalist and a photographer, and she also wrote a lot of books. She was a thought leader. Yeah, she's got a lot of really great stuff. She's a nonfiction writer. I would definitely check her out. We have here Suitcase. Okay, so yes, some of you guys may be traveling soon, especially with international here. I would not be surprised if you're going on an international trip. Maybe you're wondering if you're going to meet your future spouse or your next relationship on this international trip. You never know, okay? Maybe you guys went shopping for a suitcase recently. Maybe your suitcase recently got lost, or you could be packing right now while you're listening to this. We have here Girlfriends. This is the TV show Girlfriends, very famous show starring Tracy Ellis Ross, Golden Brooks. And why do I always have a hard time remembering those other 2 people's names? But you know, if you know, you know. Anyways, We Used to Be Friends by the Dandy Warhols. This is a song. It was the theme song for Veronica Mars. Okay. So we're getting some SoCal kind of energy here, Southern California, because Girlfriends is filmed / takes place in LA. And then Veronica Mars takes place in San Diego. We have here the number 7. Okay, so that could be your lucky number. It could be the month of July. You could be born in July. You could be born in July. You could be born on the 7th. You could live in apartment number 7, live on 7th Street. Maybe you've been seeing 777 around, or just 77, or 77, 77, anything like that. Where Are You Going by Dave Matthews Band. Okay, so you might have heard that song recently. It could be your favorite DMB song, something like that. And I just said DMB for Dave Matthews Band, but that also makes me think of DNB, like drum and bass. So maybe you're really into drum and bass music. That could be as well. Hyphy by Federation. Yeah, we're getting a lot of Cali energy here. That's Bay Area, California, but Hyphy, that's a song. We have Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy, back with the country music. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. What? Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Okay, Sassafras, Cypress, and Indigo by Intozaki Shanjay. This is a book, excellent book. It's about 3 sisters and like the different paths that they take in life. One of them is a ballet dancer, so that may have some relevance to you. We have here Airbnb. So maybe you are staying at an Airbnb. Maybe you just booked an Airbnb. Maybe you just got back from an Airbnb. Maybe you like run Airbnbs. Maybe you're an Airbnb manager or owner or something like that. Portions for Foxes by Rilo Kiley. That's a song. Fun fact, I am old enough to have had MySpace, and that was my MySpace song for a little while. Of course, I changed it a lot, but that was my MySpace song for a little while. We have here Cold Hearted 2 by Meek Mill. It's been kind of a long time since this one came out of the Lip Bowl, okay? You might have beef with somebody right now, or maybe like expired beef. Do you guys remember when Drake and Meek Mill had beef? That was kind of a long time ago. That is a great song though, Cold Hearted 2. It was off of his Championships album. I really like that song. What do we have here? Cricket. Okay, maybe you're into cricket, like the sport. Maybe you're currently hearing crickets. Maybe somebody recently ghosted you. We have here Doctor by Remy Wolf. So that's a song, but you could be a doctor. Maybe you just got back from the doctor. Maybe you're studying to be a doctor. Something like that. Maybe you're hoping that your next relationship is with a doctor specifically. You never know. We have here Bluebird. That could literally just be an actual bluebird. Or it could be the song by Miranda Lambert, or it could be the poem by Charles Bukowski. Okay. And that song was like inspired by the poem. We have here Black Truck by Mariba. Okay, so, or maybe it's Mariba. I don't really know how to say this girl's name, but it's a good song. Maybe you have a black truck. Maybe you literally just passed a black truck on the street. Something like that. Let's see. What else do we have? Gina Rowlands. I don't know how you say her last name. She's an actress. She was the old version of Allie in The Notebook. She's been in a lot of different stuff. There was a moment where she was just like unexpectedly in like every single movie that I watched, and I was not on purpose. So that kind of thing. Maybe like she was just in a movie that you saw. She's like the older white lady with the white hair. She seems very, her characters are usually very cute and sweet. Splinter by Spill Tab. You might have had a Splinter recently, or maybe you just like know that song, or you listened to that song, or you really like Spill Tab or something like that. Or some of you guys might be like working in a bar and you say the word Spill Tab a lot, right? Jill Zarin. Okay, she was one of the original housewives of New York, Real Housewives of New York. Okay, she had the red hair. She was the red-haired lady who was married to Bobby, Jill and Bobby. So maybe somebody named Bobby is significant because I don't usually talk about Bobby. Chasing Liberty. This is a movie starring Mandy Moore. Okay. Speaking of Mandy Moore, I kind of want to bring up This Is Us right now. So maybe This Is Us is significant to you somehow. But Chasing Liberty, we have this movie where she plays the president's daughter and she's like running around Europe. So again, international kind of energy. Yeah. Let's see. That song, Nana, is like really stuck in my head right now. Daria, oh my gosh, it's been such a long time since I've seen this slip. I didn't even know that this slip was in there. Daria, iconic TV show. It was on MTV and it's animated. It's about a girl named Daria and her family. Well, it's mostly about her and her friend Jane, but she goes to Lawndale High and she's just like a very jaded, I won't even say like typical 90s teen, because I don't think it's exactly typical, but very jaded 90s / early 2000s teen in high school. Zach Brown Band, Colder Weather. So some of you guys might be watching this as the weather is getting colder right now. Or maybe that is one of your favorite country songs. Maybe you heard it recently. Asami from The Legend of Korra. Okay, so Korra Asami fans out here, hey, what's up? Asami, she was like an engineer / also an heiress. Okay, The Legend of Korra is the follow-up to Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I really like it. I know that some people have other opinions about that show, but I really personally really liked it. And Asami was a fantastic character. She's the only one who is like a non-bender, so she was kind of like the Sokka, if you are familiar with Avatar: The Last Airbender. She's totally different from Sokka, but she was the only non-bending member of the gang. Neon by John Mayer. Neon. Maybe some of you guys are really into neon colors, neon lights. Maybe you guys recently went to like the neon sign museum in Las Vegas or something. I don't know. We have here the number 38. So that could again be like same like the number 7. It could be your address. You could live on 38th Street in apartment number 38. You might just be seeing that number around a lot. I don't know. I don't even know why I put that in there, but John Mayer does have another song. I'm going to turn this around. He does have a song called 83. Okay, so maybe 83 by John Mayer is significant, or like 1983, because that's what he's talking about. Karaoke, I knew it when I first pulled out Picture. I said that's a very famous karaoke. It's not a famous karaoke song, but it's like a very well-loved karaoke song. Or I said maybe you heard somebody sing it at karaoke, because it's like a really popular duet. I used to be a karaoke host, and people would sing that song all the time. Taste, Tyga featuring Offset. Can I get a taste? Okay, what do we have here? We have Summertime in Paris. Ooh, again, speaking of international travel, maybe some of you guys are planning on spending summertime in Paris. Maybe you're planning on going to Paris this summer, or maybe you have in the past several years or something like that. spent summertime in Paris. Okay. Summertime, we're meant to fall in love. Juggernaut. I believe this is a Marvel character. I'm really not into Marvel. I just really felt like that word needed to be in the lip bowl for some reason. It also can just mean like somebody's like a real force, like a force to be reckoned with. So maybe you heard that word recently, or it could be like your favorite Marvel character, or maybe you watched a Marvel movie recently or something. I don't really know. Rooftop pool. Okay. I know that this is meant to be like the kind of pool that you swim in, but for some reason I also just got the idea of like pool, like a pool table, like where you play billiards. So that could be for some of you guys as well. Usually those things are not on roofs because they're very heavy, but you never know. Confidence. Okay, maybe you guys are really working on your confidence. Maybe some of you guys have had crises of confidence lately, okay? Maybe somebody told you something in confidence recently, and maybe like they could have said it that way, you know, like I told you that in confidence. We have here love Simon. There is a little bit of construction outside, so I'm sorry if you guys can hear that right now. We have Love Simon. That is a movie. I never remember that actor's name, the guy who plays Simon, but it's a cute movie. Jennifer Garner is in there. We have here Road Trip. And why did I just want to mention like Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck? Like that has nothing to do with anything, but I just wanted to. I did mention Marvel. Is Batman Marvel? I don't really know anything about superheroes, but if Batman is Marvel, I do know that Ben Affleck played Batman. Anyways, road trip. Maybe you're planning a road trip. Maybe you recently went on a road trip. Maybe you just really like road trips. That could be like your preferred way to travel and see the world. We have here chess. Chess. Maybe you are a chess fan, a chess player. Maybe you just started learning chess on Duolingo. This also made me think of Chessie, which I think was the name of Lisa Ann Walters when she was in The Parent Trap. Okay. We have All Night Long by Lionel Richie. All night long, all night. All night long, all night. Okay, we have Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets. That is a TV show about a soccer team, like a girls' soccer team. I'm not going to spoil it. They get lost in the woods. I'm going to put it that way. Like there's like a plane crash and they get lost in the woods. And that's all I'm going to tell you. But it's a good show. I haven't seen the latest season, but I really like it from what I've seen. I think I've seen like the first 2 or 3 seasons at least. Neck tattoo. If he's got a neck tattoo, I'm going to lick it. If you don't know who that is, that's from Aziz Ansari. He did like a little comedy thing like many years ago, and he was talking about MTV's Next. So MTV is coming up because I have Daria here, and then we also have that reference to Next. So MTV, maybe you were watching MTV recently. Maya Angelou, iconic poet, writer, also actress, speaker, many things. Phenomenal woman. We have here number 5. So same with 7 and 38. This also could be the month of May. You could be born in the month of May. You could be born on the 5th. You could have 5 siblings or 5 kids. You could live on 5th Street. You could live in apartment number 5. Something like that. Okay. You could be seeing 555. 5 could be your favorite number, your lucky number. We have lemongrass. Lemongrass. That is like a herb or like a scent. I know that they have it a lot in incense. It was also the name of like my favorite Thai restaurant when I was growing up, so maybe Thai food is relevant here. Maybe you really like Thai food. It could be your favorite kind of food. Maybe you are planning on going to a Thai restaurant, or maybe you just got back from one. Maybe you're learning how to cook Thai food, or you're eating Thai food right now. If I Were You, that's a movie about this lady who like finds out that her husband is cheating on her, and then she befriends the girl, like the woman that he's cheating with, and then they end up in a play together. I'm pretty sure it's King Lear. Okay. Casino by Houndmouth. That's a song. Dealers in the boot life got me hooked on freebasing. That's the first few lyrics of that song. Maybe you really like the casino. Especially with number 7 here. Maybe you like the slot machines or something like that. Ruby Woo by MAC. Okay, so that's a lip color. It's like a very bright red. Looking at my lip bowl right here, it's like, I think it's similar to that. Okay. What do we have here? We've got When I Look to the Sky by Train. A lot of ones are coming out that like I forgot were even in here. When I look to the sky, something tells me you're here with me, and you make everything alright. The Gift album by Beyonce. Excellent album, excuse me. It's like Afrobeats influence. It's wonderful. If you haven't heard it, I would highly suggest that you go listen to it because it's very good. We have only two more. Let's see. Sister Act. Ugh, this was one of my favorite movies growing up. I love Sister Act so bad. Whoopi Goldberg plays, oh, speaking of casino, she's like a lounge singer at a casino in Reno. Oh, that rhymed. Speaking of poets, Maya Angelou, she is a lounge singer at a casino in Reno, and she's like involved with the mob, and then she has to go and hide in a convent. It's a very classic movie. If you haven't seen Sister Act or Sister Act 2, like you must see it. Go do that today. We have here De La Soul. That is a legendary hip hop group from New York area. It's a New York area. All right. These are your identifiers. We're going to go ahead and get into the reading now. Thank you. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. I mean, not follow. Also, I want to let you guys know that I do have a Patreon where I do weekly zodiac readings. So if you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description box. But other than that, let's get into it. Let's see your next relationship, your future spouse, and let's find out what is going on here. Hello, my pile ones. Welcome. If you chose the Law of Attraction Tarot and the cat, then this is your reading. We're going to be finding all about, excusez-moi, we're going to be finding out all about your future spouse, your next relationship, okay? One of the two. Let's see what we get into. So the format of this reading, we're going to be finding out like their personality traits first. Okay, so we're going to do that with the cat. We're also going to get some archetype cards to tell me a little bit more about this person. Then we'll use the tarot to actually find out like more about your relationship. We're going to get some information about how you guys use money. And we're also going to get some information about the timing of it all. Okay, so we'll leave the timing for the end. I am so excited to do this reading. I don't think I've done one with this format before, and I think it's just going to be super, super fun. So, pile one, with the cat here, it says guardianship, detachment, sensuality, mystery, magic, independence, wisdom, and vigilance. So I think that you and this person, in your relationship, you're going to give each other plenty of alone time, but you're going to come together like when you want that love and affection. Just like a cat really likes usually to be alone, but they will come to you, not necessarily only when they need something, although that is part of it, but also I think just like because cats are not completely solitary creatures. They do really like having that love and affection as well. Okay, so this person could be really into yoga. They could be into stretching or just fitness or sports in general. This person is going to be very protective. I think they'll also have some sort of mystical aspect about them. Cats, as you know, were worshipped in ancient Egypt. So I think that you might really revere this person. You might really like think that this person is the bee's knees. As they say, the cat's meow, okay? I think you might really like this person's voice, or you might just really admire them in some kind of way. I think that this person is going to make you feel very special. And they definitely might make you believe in like true love or make you believe in magic again. And I think you're going to find this person to be very wise, and you're going to just feel very protected by them. Okay. So I love that. Let's find out a little bit more about this person's personality. Okay. We're going to get the archetype cards out. And let's see, what is this person like? What is this person like? Spirit, keep me connected to the energy of my viewer, pile one, their future spouse or their next relationship, the person who is represented here. So we have, we have addict. Okay, so this person could have been an addict in the past. They may be recovering. They may be in recovery. Also, because this person has chains and whips and stuff, it makes me think that they might be a little bit into BDSM. Okay, so they don't have to have necessarily been addicted to substances. You guys might end up just being like addicted to each other. Okay, so don't necessarily worry. And just because somebody had addictive tendencies or issues in the past is not necessarily, that doesn't make them a bad person. Okay, so I would encourage you to be open-minded here. We have here magician, okay? I did say this person might make you believe in magic, so this person could be very mystical. This person could be really into, for some of you, they could really be into taking substances like maybe magic mushrooms or LSD or something like that are supposed to be like mind-opening, mind-altering. What is that one that I'm thinking of? Ayahuasca, something like that, okay? This person could be into those kinds of things. We have here fire. So yes, this person could be into smoking, or they might be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be in their big 3, sun, moon, or rising. What else can you tell me about this person, Spirit? Crone, again, this person could be older than you, okay? But this person has a very wise energy. And I think that is very interesting. I think this person, we do have like this fire around both heads here in the fire and the crone. So I think this person is very cerebral. They have a lot of inspiring ideas. They could be very creative, okay? And they also could just be very connected to source energy. They could be very into mysticism. I know we talked about that, but like this could even be in like a more religious way. Like they could be very spiritual, but like into mysticism as a spiritual kind of sense. And then we have numb here, which I actually didn't, I almost wanted to like not bring out, but I'm like, no, if it came out, we're going to bring it up. Numb here, I think that this person used to have some emotional problems, but I think that they've figured out how to overcome those things. And this could be part of the reason why they do have this like detachment energy with the cat here, okay? Because they've learned how to let go of things that are not good for them. They've learned how to detach from situations that were really hurting them and bringing them down emotionally. And they've figured out ways to reconnect with their inner fire and their inner light. And now this is something that they maybe even show other people how to do. So this could be part of their job, part of their ministry, part of their practice. It doesn't have to be something that they get paid for, but it could be something that is just like a important part of their personality and maybe an important part of their spirituality. For those of you guys who are really religious, I am getting that this person could be, what is that word, that like a missionary or something like that. This does not have to be in like a traditional or even institutional kind of religious sense, but this person could be, you know, really interested in trying to help kind of like the collective to come to some sort of realization or something like that. Like this person really could, for some of you, they could be very religious and they could be like, my religion really saved me from like a lot of the bullshit that was going on in my life. That's not going to be for everybody, but it is a message that's out there for some of you for sure. I think that this person, it's reminding me of Shameless when Fiona meets that guy who ran the pie shop. Okay. He was like a recovering addict. He had his own successful business and he was like really helpful to her in a lot of ways. I don't remember exactly how that relationship ended. I don't think any of Fiona's relationships ended very well, but I think this is just the idea of like, this person's probably older than you. They have a lot of wisdom. They may have had some issues in the past, but they have like had a lot of time and practice in overcoming them. Okay. And I think that the two of you are going to have a really not only sensual relationship, but when you come together, it's going to feel like fire. It's going to feel like very serendipitous. It's going to feel very magical that you guys were even able to meet each other. And there's going to be this like sense of mystery and mysticism and magic that goes along in your relationship. So that's very interesting. I'm very intrigued. I want to get this vortex card here. It's supposed to be about relationships, getting into the vortex, kind of like getting into the groove. So yes, let's go ahead and get these cards out. I just feel like they would add something, and then we might even go into the money aspect as well before we get into the tarot. I'm not entirely sure. Spirit, give me the money, not the money card. Yeah, I guess people get in the money. Give me the relationship card for pile 1. pile one, what do we have here? It says, our diversity supports our individual freedoms. How interesting, because of course, cats, we talked about them being very independent kind of creatures, right? So our diversity supports our individual freedoms. So I think that you and this person will actually be very different from each other. You may think differently, you may look different, you may have different upbringings, okay? But I think that it will really be complementary to each other as well. We have the number 29 here, so there could be possibly a very large age gap, or maybe you're 29 when you meet, or this person's 29 when you meet, or something like that, okay? It says, while your societies continue to try and dictate and enforce human behavior to please the majority, because of your diversity, it continues to be an uncomfortable struggle that again and again falls of its economic weight. Interesting, because I was saying something about money. There simply is not enough money in the world to buck the natural currents of individual freedom and independence of thought. So I think that this person, of course they care about money, and we're going to see a little bit more because I do have an actual deck that is like dedicated to money. It's interesting because it's actually by these same people, it's by the same creators. But it's this idea that they're not going to let money take over what they think their purpose in life is. Okay, so this person could actually be like very pious. They might live like a very kind of like pared down life. They might be kind of like minimalistic in some kind of ways. They might really feel that the material things of this world are not necessarily what's the most important. And that doesn't mean that this person doesn't like to be comfortable, but it could mean that they're not going to let money take over their freedom. So they might work a very non-traditional kind of job. They might not have a 9 to 5. If they do, it could still be in a non-traditional kind of field, okay? I am getting like helping professions here as well, okay? So, yeah. There's simply not enough money in the world. So, yeah, this person I think has a very strong value system, which is coming through with Kat as well. Like, this person really, they believe what they believe, and they are going to stick to that value system. All right. What do we have next? I think we're going to get the money card just because the economics were mentioned. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. We have from the Money and the Law of Attraction deck. I want to see how you guys will deal with finances in this relationship, because most people, money problems can be like one of the biggest motivating factors for a relationship ending. So if this is your future spouse or your next relationship, we want to see kind of like what is the attitude, what is the deal with the money, okay? So I think that's important. We have here, rather than complaining, I will focus on positive aspects. Well, that's nice. I like that. Let's see what the back says. Is there more? No, I don't think so. I think we're just going to pick the one card. Let's see, what does it say here? Oh, and we have the number 43 on here as well. Okay, when you focus upon lack in an attitude, excuse me, not me losing my voice as soon as I said the word lack, 12:23 on the clock. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 2, 3. So things just like, it's like keep moving forward. When you focus upon lack in an attitude of complaining, you establish a vibrational point of attraction that only gives you access to more thoughts of complaint. Your deliberate effort to tell a new story will establish a new pattern of thought, providing you with a new point of attraction from your present, about your past, and into your future. So this person, I think, is going to actually end up helping you to change the way that you see money, change the way that you view money, possibly within the context of relationships in general, but it could just be like generally the way that you deal with money. And I think that this person could even encourage you to go like towards your passions, because if this person has a non-traditional way of earning money, then they may encourage you to also find a way that feels more passionate for you, feels happier for you if you're not happy with your work situation or how you're earning money right now. The simple effort of looking for positive aspects will set a new vibrational tone that will begin the immediate attraction of thoughts, people, circumstances, and things that are pleasing to you. So yeah, I think this person is really going to help you to figure out how to attract more money into your life. And they're going to have you seeing money in a different way. And I think together you guys can really help to encourage each other to earn better, but also to earn in ways that feel really aligned with the relationship and also with who you are. And I think that in this relationship, you're going to be able to stop complaining about money. If that's something that often happens to you, you find that you're complaining about money a lot, I think that within this relationship, you will no longer have to do that. So that's pretty exciting. Yay! Okay, I like that. I like that energy. let's go ahead and get the tarot out to just kind of see a little bit more about this relationship. If there's any ups and downs, that kind of thing. Spirit, can you tell us more about the relationship between pile 1 and their future spouse, pile 1 and their next relationship? What can you tell us? We have here the 6 of Wands. Ooh, this person is going to be your biggest fan, okay? This person is going to be your biggest fan. You may find them in your group of friends, or you may find them like amongst your followers. If you are on social media, you may meet this person through social media. They may follow you. Or they may also just feel like you are, again, I'm getting like that bee's knees, cat's meow kind of energy, okay? So I think you guys will mutually feel that way about each other once you get to know each other. We have here the 9 of Cups in reverse. Interesting, okay? So yeah, I think that there's going to be something about this person that initially you may not really love. And especially with this coming out like directly under the Addict card, they're not a perfect person, okay? The relationship may be really, really great, but they're not a perfect person. And so I think that you, while you will be very happy in this relationship, I do think that it could test you in a lot of ways, okay? I don't think that anybody's going to end up like walking away. What do we have here? This is the Death and Rebirth card. Yes, this is the situation where this person again has like really changed, like they've changed who they are. I don't know that this is somebody from your past. For some of you, I guess it's technically possible, but I'm really not getting that energy. I think that this person is just like, it's saying that they have really evolved from who they were, and like, yes, they weren't perfect before, but they've really evolved and they've really changed, and the things that have come out and have changed about them, they've been able to really figure out how to not necessarily let their emotions run away with them anymore. Are they always the most logical person? No. I do think this person can maybe fly off the handle a little bit in some kind of cases. So you may have issues with anger or a temper or something here. But I am going to say, I think it's, of course it's not good if the anger is like directed at you, or if the anger is something scary, you know what I mean? But when we have this numb card here, and this person used to have a very difficult time accessing their feelings, it's obviously a very clear improvement that this person has been able to access their feelings. I don't think that anger is the main emotion here. I think that they're a passionate person, but I do think that they have, sometimes they let their emotions drive their decision making, and it's something that you may have to balance. You may have to balance that by being like the logical person in this relationship, okay? And I will maintain, I do think it's like not a terrible thing for somebody to be emotional, as long as those emotions are not harmful to someone, whether that's like abusive, physical, emotional abuse, or anything like that. As long as that's not happening, then I think it's not that big of I think it's workable. I'll say that. I won't say it's not that big of a deal. I think it's workable. It's something that you guys will be able to work through. We have here the 4 of Cups. Okay, so things might be a little bit routine. You might actually think this person is kind of boring. This person might really like kind of like a boring lifestyle. They might be a homebody. They might enjoy staying at home. It's giving very house cat kind of energy, okay? They might really enjoy just like hanging out at the house, laying around. And honestly, I think that they, yes, will have like a lot of creative ideas. Are they always going to act on those ideas? Not necessarily. You might have to be the catalyzing force to get this person up and out, okay? If that's something, if that's the kind of lifestyle that you want, where you want to like be out more, you might have to be the person who does that. But yeah, interesting. What do we have here? 6 of Cups in the reverse. This person really does not let their past hold them back. They might not be in touch with a lot of people from their past. They might have cut off a lot of people from their past. And I think that they probably have gone through a lot of like really disappointing situations, whether that's with their family or with their old friends. And so they may not have a lot of people who they can rely on. And so that could have, been a contributing factor to this independence aspect that we have here with the cat. So yeah, I would not be surprised by that at all, actually. And it could have been something that contributed to them having that kind of like addictive personality in the past. With addict here, it doesn't have to mean that they were ever addicted to substances. They could just have an addictive personality. They could be addicted to video games. They could be addicted to you. They could be, addicted to sex or something like that. But I think that this person just like really had emotional issues in the past that they really like needed to fill somehow. And so they looked for some sort of way to fill that, whether that was spirituality or some sort of substance abuse or something like that. We have the Knight of Swords here in the reverse. So this person may have trouble communicating, okay? They may say things that they don't mean. They may frequently be wrong about certain things. So don't be afraid to fact check this person, okay? Don't be fearful of fact checking them if you feel like, hey, I don't really think that the thing that you just said, like they might be spreading misinformation, right? It might just be one of those things where they only read the headlines. They don't read the full article. And so you might want to fact check them a little bit here with this Knight of Swords here in the reverse, okay? I do think that they also can get a little bit defensive when you guys argue, so beware of that. We have the King of Cups here. This person might not want to have children. If they do have children, they may not be the best or most active, I'll just say the best father figure or parent if this is a non-binary person or a woman. We do have the Three of Cups here, but I think that they're learning how to reconnect with people. They're learning how to make relationships work. And I think you will have to be pretty slow with them. You guys might have a lot of passion, but it might be something that you guys need to kind of take slow when it comes to the social aspect of your life. I would not be surprised at all if this person had daddy issues. And if they do have children of their own, I think that they want to connect with those children, but they might treat the child more like a friend than they do as like a parent-child relationship. Okay? Yeah. Interesting. All right. I want to get the Moonology Oracle. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize this was like so crooked. I want to get the Moonology Oracle. But before, I was kind of debating if I wanted to include this deck in this reading or not. I have this like True Love reading cards deck by Belinda Grace. I always want to say who it's by. I don't know why I always want to say it. Free advertising for Belinda Grace on my channel, I guess. I wasn't sure I wanted to use these cards, but I kind of feel like I do now. So, Spirit, tell us about this relationship between pile one and their future spouse or their next relationship. What do we need to know? I feel like, we always tell the truth on this channel, and we have to recognize that people are people, right? You're not gonna always get some like perfect person, but I do think that it's important to have clarity and like what's the good parts of this relationship here. Sexuality. So I think that you and this person are going to have very passionate lovemaking, okay? I think you will have, it's going to be mind-blowing. So good for you. And then we have love on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so yeah, you and this person are really going to be like very truly in love. I think that this person is going to know how to touch you all over. They're going to make you just feel like electric. I'm hearing like purring. Obviously we have like the cat here, but I'm hearing purring like, yes, this person is gonna make biscuits. They might literally like be a good baker, but they're gonna like massage you. They're gonna make your body just like feel really, I need something to like cover that up. They're gonna make your body just feel like really, they're gonna make your body feel very pleasured. Let's put it that way. I'm going to put the love card out here too, just because I think it belongs. Okay. So, yes, I feel like, what is that song from Lizzie McGuire? The Lizzie McGuire movie where she's like, now everything's Technicolor. I think that you and this person are going to change each other's lives in such a way that things felt like, yeah, like a little bit black and white before. And you guys are going to give each other not like a reason to live, that's dramatic, but it's going to be more just like you're going to bring a lot of excitement, but like emotional excitement into each other's lives. Okay, so this is a really nice energy, and I think that this person will probably be very forgiving, and they probably will want you to extend that same kind of courtesy to them as well. All right, Spirit, when is this relationship coming towards my viewer? If they haven't met already, when is this relationship coming towards my viewer? When can pile one expect this relationship to get going? Or is there just like a general message? This is supposed to be our timing. So let's see what we have here. Surrender to the divine. Ooh, full moon energy. So like that could be like within a month you might meet this person, okay? Or you might meet them on a full moon. Is there another message here? Yeah, let's get one more card. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Okay, so Pisces season could be significant for you guys. Full moon in Pisces we have here. All right. Right now I'm filming this in Leo season. So Pisces is about 6 months away. Not exactly 6 months away. I would say like 6 or 7 months away. So this could happen within 6 or 7 months, 6 or 7 weeks. And it's more likely to happen around a full moon that you will meet this person. I will also say that I think that you and this person can come deeper into your sense of spirituality together, whether you believe in some sort of higher power, whether you believe in a religion or not. I think that this person will make you think about it more at the very least. And I will also say that this person generally likes to look on the bright side. I think that they're an optimist. I think this person likes to really believe that every person has not only opportunity, but they all have like their free will and their freedom to be able to do what they want. And this person chooses to focus on the positive things. And so I think that's something that is really going to bring a lot of light, a lot of love, and a lot of passion into your relationship. I will say, however, that sometimes I think this person can be a little bit delulu. Okay, this person could be a little bit delusional, especially with this Knight of Swords here in the reverse. And I mentioned that you might have to fact check them. Okay, I don't know if this person is going to be intentionally going around lying about stuff, but this person could be the type to be so delusional that they just like, are like, I'm speaking it into existence, and they might say things to people that like aren't true yet. You know what I mean? And it's okay to like be delulu to yourself, but when it comes to involving other people in the situation, it's not necessarily like the best thing if other people are making plans based off of what it is that you're saying. Speaking of plans, this person might not be the best planner. Okay, they might not have like the executive function abilities that really like make them a really good planner. So don't be surprised if you end up having to kind of like go behind and check what this person is doing. I do think that once this person gets in the hang of like, if they've made new friends, because I mentioned that they may not have like a super close connection to the people of their past. If they have made new friends, they might really enjoy going out with those people. They may enjoy going to parties and social events and things like that. I know that I said that this person is going to be like a homebody, and I think that that's true. But just because somebody's a homebody doesn't mean that they don't like to hang out with their friends. They could have their friends over, or it could be that like when they really get into the mood to party, this person could be like a raver. This person could be somebody who really likes to go, for example, to like music festivals or something, but outside of that, maybe they like to stay home, right? So I do think this person has like a duality to their personality, and some things kind of contradict, but that's just how human beings are, okay? I think that this person really wants to get into deeper relationships with people. So the friends that they have right now, they may not have like the deepest friendships with, and they kind of want to deepen those. So that may force them out of the house. That may force them to go out and like, go to these events with their friends because they're doing it for the sake of trying to deepen the relationship. So I think that this person is like constantly changing. I think this person is evolving in a lot of ways, and they've been working on bettering themselves for a long time. I think they're finally in a place where they are comfortable with how far they've come. but they still want to be more and to do better. And they know that they have, I think, like a little bit of a darkness, a dark side to them, okay? This person could be submissive in the bedroom, okay? I don't know if that's something that you guys are into, but they may be submissive in the bedroom, especially with this card here in the reverse. This is actually the Justice card. It's not the Strength card, but it's giving me that same kind of energy. So I'm reading it kind of like with the energies of both. And I think that, yeah, they might like it a little, like being tamed or being manhandled, or, you know, a little bit of unconventional aspect when it comes to your sex life. And I think sex is going to be very important to them. Okay. I would not be surprised if this person has friends who they maybe are a little too close to for your comfort. Okay, so if you feel uncomfortable with any of the friendships that this person has, I think that you should feel free to tell them. I don't know if they're going to like receive it the best kind of way, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of issue that you had with one of their friends or one of their friendships in general. Okay. This person may not recognize, there could be like ethical non-monogamy going on here. For some of you, that's not going to be for everybody, but I will say, like, this person may not recognize when maybe they've like broken your trust in some kind of way. I don't think that they do it on purpose. I think that they just are like naturally a very independent person. And so they might do something that you feel is cheating, and to them, they don't necessarily feel like it's cheating. Okay. So be very communicative and upfront and open with what your boundaries are in this relationship, because I don't think that this person intentionally wants to hurt you. I think it's just that you guys might have different definitions of what's allowed, what's not allowed, what's cheating, what's not cheating. So I think you need to be very upfront with that, because I do think this person loves you. They love being with you. They love the energy that the relationship brings to them. And I think that they feel like it helps them to grow when they help you grow. Okay. So, you know, be very communicative. And again, this person probably is not even the best communicator. You guys may have a lot of miscommunications all the time. So the lines of communication need to be open and stay open. And yeah, just remember that this person, like, they have a really high opinion of you. They are definitely one of your biggest fans, if not your biggest fan. And they really want to invest in the success of this relationship. Like, they're really investing their emotions, and I think it will show through their actions and the things that they do that they are invested in this relationship. Okay. All right, pile one, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave me a comment down below to let me know what you thought, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my lovely pile two-lians. If you chose pile two with the animal totem tarot and the snake card, or the snake card, either way, this is going to be the reading for you. We're actually going to get into our identifiers first. We're going to get out our handy dandy lip bowl. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, to like this video. If you are not interested in the identifiers, if you already feel like you have the confirmation that you need, like your intuition is telling you that this pile is the right one for you, then there is another timestamp down below that you can use to just take you straight to the reading, okay? Don't feel like you have to be trapped and sit through this if you're not interested. There is another timestamp down below. Let's see, Spirit, please disconnect me from the energy of pile one, of my viewers from pile one. Connect me very deeply into the energy of my viewers of pile two. How will these people know that this is in fact the reading for them? What are the identifiers for my people in pile 2, 3, 2, 1, and 0? I know I said 0, but okay, there we go. Sometimes you just feel it, that there's a little something extra that needs to come out. All right, let's get started. So if you are new here, if you haven't been here with me before, basically the way that these work is that whatever's on one of these slips should have some sort of significant meaning to you, should have some sort of resonance with you. Whether that means that it's like your favorite, whatever, if it came up in your life recently, if you saw it in passing, like I would say probably within the past like 3 or 4 days, then it could be part of your confirmations. Here we have Really Rosie. This is a children's musical. Okay, so maybe it was your favorite musical as a child. Maybe you only just heard about it the other day. Either way, if you know anything about Really Rosie, that could be confirmation. Betty Davis. Betty Davis. This was Miles Davis's wife. She was a musician in her own right, a very amazing rock/funk musician. Not the same Betty Davis from Betty Davis Eyes, which is a different song. That's Bette, but also, sure, Betty Davis Eyes, why not? We have here, What About Your Friends by TLC. What about your friends? Will they stand their ground? Will they let you down? Yeah. I love that song. I love TLC. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Maybe that's your favorite Harry Potter book or something. Maybe you just watched the movie last night, you know? Well, maybe you were talking about it or you heard somebody talking about it recently. We have here This Charming Man by Stars. This one is like about to rip in half. I don't know if this will be in the lip bowl for much longer. I heard this song for the first time in a Barnes & Noble. It's a cover, and this original song is by the Smiths. So Smiths, that is a band, obviously, but also maybe like somebody's last name is Smith, and that is significant here. All About Love by Bell Hooks. Well, considering that we're finding out your future spouse / next relationship, this reading is, in fact, all about love. I like that. But yes, that's a book. It's a good book. I would suggest it if you haven't read it yet. What do we have here? Maybe you're reading it right now. Maybe you heard somebody talking about it. I don't know. Permission by Ro James. Permission. With your permission. I heard that for the first time on Finding Magic Mike or whatever it was on HBO Max, where they had a whole bunch of guys who decided that they wanted to like learn how to become like a Chippendale style male stripper. Girl, that was a good show. I don't care what anybody says. That was a great show. The men on there were like so emotionally open and vulnerable, and they were great dancers too. Like, oh, it was so good. They needed to do that again, honestly. Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So you may have one of those in your sun, moon, or rising. That could be confirmation for you. You could just be really into astrology. We have here Clumsy by Fergie. Clumsy 'cause I'm falling in love. So in love with you. Maybe you heard that song recently, or maybe it is your favorite Fergie song. Speaking of songs, I think that the girl who I share a wall with is singing, so I apologize if you can hear her right now. Anyways, we have 93 till infinity. So 1993 could be significant somehow, but we also have This Is a Song. It's by Souls of Mischief. Okay, sorry for that sigh, you guys. Sometimes, I just feel like I just need to sigh. Aaron Taylor Johnson, that hottie patati. Aaron Taylor Johnson, he is so handsome. He's fine. So hot guys are coming through right now, like very strongly because of the whole Magic Mike thing. Please Don't Leave Me by Pink. Please Don't Leave Me by Pink. Da 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 da. I love that song. I want to keep singing it. Oh my gosh, this girl is so loud. Speaking of singing, Slow Burn by Casey Musgraves. So we have that song here. What's up next? We have Lose My Breath by Destiny's Child. That is a song. And a lot of people, I guess, don't really know that Beyonce used to be a member of Destiny's Child before she was a solo artist. But yes, she was. Old Greg. This is like a character from like a video a long, long time ago. The guy, what is his name? He's on the Great British Bake Off. Noel Felding or something like that. I don't know. But he was Old Greg. He was in there. We have Pink Lemonade. So maybe that's your favorite drink. Maybe you're drinking it right now. Maybe you had some pink lemonade recently or yesterday or something like that. What is this? The number one. So we're number one. Also, the month of January could be significant. You could live on First Street. You could be the first of many children. You might only have one child. Maybe you're an only child. You could be seeing 111, 1111, that kind of thing. Born on the first, that kind of thing. Entrepreneur, okay? Maybe you have the number one business in the area, or maybe you're just starting your first business. Entrepreneur. You could be looking into entrepreneurship, taking classes on entrepreneurship. We have pink velvet. Okay, the color pink coming through very strongly here because we have pink lemonade and then now we have pink velvet. So obviously that is like a fabric. So you might really like that kind of fabric. You might have a pink velvet couch, I'm hearing. But I also think that there's like pink velvet tacos, or maybe it's just velvet tacos. I don't know, something like that. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That could be in your sun, moon, or rising. What else do we have here? We have voice. So this could be the voice. You could be a singer. I did mention that the girl who I share a wall with was singing. So maybe you're also hearing somebody singing right now. What else? We have Work From Home by Fifth Harmony. Okay, so we can work from home. Oh, oh. Maybe you do work from home, or maybe you just really like that song, or you heard it recently. We have Lights by Journey. Okay. This could be your favorite Journey song. Maybe it came up recently in conversation, or you heard it on the soft rock or classic rock radio, whatever. Helena by My Chemical Romance. Same deal, same thing, same situation. Long ago. That's how that song starts, if you didn't know. And if you haven't heard it, then go listen to it. Childish Gambino. This is a rapper also known as Donald Glover. He was on Community, Atlanta, a lot of different things. So the city of Atlanta could be significant for some of you guys. We have here Drew Barrymore by SZA. What else? You've got Strobe Light by Little Dragon. Strobe lights, ultraviolet blue. I like that song a lot. You also might have seen like a little dragon somewhere, like a little, maybe picture of a dragon, or maybe you recently watched Mulan because the dragon in Mulan is like very small. Dupe. This could be like a dupe for makeup or like a product, or it could be like a trickster. Maybe somebody recently tricked you. Maybe somebody recently duped you. What is this? We have Janis Joplin, very famous musician. I believe she was part of the 27 Club. So some of you guys might be 27 years old. You could be a fan of Janis Joplin. Maybe you were just talking about her, or you even saw a picture of her recently. Sexy Villain by Remy Wolf. Sexy villain, not the hero. I'm the West Coast Bob De Niro. So Robert De Niro could be significant as well. That's a great song. If you haven't heard Sexy Villain, go get on it. Valentine's Day. Maybe you are watching this close to Valentine's Day. Maybe that's your favorite holiday. Maybe you recently watched that movie, that terrible movie called Valentine's Day. That movie was awful. In my opinion. It's my opinion. In my opinion. All right. 1894 by Amber Mark. That's a song. I'm a flex on the floor. This ain't 1894. I think she's like talking about wearing what she wants or something. Los Angeles, LA, baby. Maybe you're from LA. Maybe you're going on a trip to LA. Maybe you live in LA or lived there for a significant amount of time. Maybe you're passing through LA right now in a car. We have ATVs. ATVs, those are like four-wheelers. So maybe you really like riding ATVs. Maybe you just like booked an ATV experience or something like that. Maybe you have some ATVs and you rent them out or you ride them yourself. We have Signs by Snoop Dogg, Justin Timberlake, and Charlie Wilson. I'm not sure on what I see, just saying don't with me. But I'm telling you this is a sign. And I'm telling you guys these are signs that this reading is for you. So here we go. What's next? We have NDA. So maybe you guys have like a job where you had to sign an NDA, or you may have like recently made somebody sign an NDA. Also, that is a song by Megan Thee Stallion, so that could be significant as well. We have Kimberly. So this is a lady named Kimberly. from 90 Day Fiance. So the name Kimberly could be significant just on its own, but we also, there's this lady who lives in San Diego, or she's from San Diego or something. She's on 90 Day Fiance, and she has this whole backstory that I just don't feel like getting into right now. But if you're a 90 Day Fiance fan, she was on before the 90 days. You probably know about her and her son Jamal. We have here the number 77. Okay, interesting. So maybe 1977 or just the number 77 could be relevant somehow. Vietnam, speaking of 77, Vietnam, okay, so maybe like the Vietnam War, or it could just be like the country of Vietnam. Maybe you're there, maybe you're from there, maybe you are visiting there, planning a trip there. Endings, Beginnings movie. Endings, Beginnings movie. This has Shailene Woodley in it. And that's all I'm going to say about that. We have Ritz-Carlton here. That does make me think of Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but Ritz-Carlton is a hotel chain, obviously. So maybe some of you guys went to a Ritz-Carlton in Vietnam. You never know. What do we have here? What is this? ¿Qué es esto? No Frauds by Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Lil Wayne. It's a song. What is this? We have like 3 or 4 left, you guys. There's not that many. We have The Gambler by Kenny Rogers. This is a song. You gotta know when to hold 'em. You gotta know when to fold 'em. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. Okay, so maybe that song like came to you recently. Maybe it's one of your favorite songs. Maybe like you've heard that advice before and it stuck with you. What does this say? Sunflower. Okay, that could be your favorite flower. Maybe you just recently passed by some sunflowers, whether that was like in a bouquet or like a field. We have sunflower. We have here RB. So those initials RB, or it could also be like the fast food restaurant Arby's. Okay, roast beef, RB. But this also says Heart of Dixie, and that RB actually stands for Rachel Bilson, who is the main actress on this TV show, Heart of Dixie. It's about a New York City doctor who goes to live in Alabama after she doesn't get the placement that she wants for a fellowship. It's such a cute show. I love it so much. And I feel like I could probably talk about that all day long. Anyways, hide your kids, hide your wife. This was Antoine Dodson. This was an iconic line from a very famous news report that turned viral YouTube video many years ago. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Because they're getting everybody out here, okay? Maybe you were recently dealing with somebody who was hiding the fact that they had a wife and children from you. Also, I'm thinking of that TV show, My Wife and Kids. Last but not least, we have Send Me On My Way by Rusted Root. That's that song from Matilda, the I would like to reach out my hand, or say, or tell you to run, I don't really know the words to it, but it's a good one. Okay, let me go write these down in my tarot journal. Don't forget to follow me / subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave me a comment. Let me know which one of these actually was the one that resonated for you. And I will see you guys in a second in pile 2. And also I wanted to say I do have a Patreon where I do weekly zodiac readings. So the link for that is down in the description box if you're interested. And I will see you guys in a second. Hello, my pile 2lians. Hello. Welcome in. This is going to be your reading if you chose the Animal Totem Tarot or the Snake card, or both of them together, technically, I guess. This is going to be your reading about your future spouse or your next relationship. Okay, yes. And I assume that like when it says your next relationship, it's probably going to be like your next like serious relationship. I was going to say long term. Not all spouses last forever. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just, we're realistic over here. And not everybody wants to get married. So that's why I didn't only want to put like your future spouse, right? Because not everybody's interested in marriage, but they still might be interested in like their next like serious relationship, right? So, okay. We have your snake. And I know when people hear snake that they might be like, oh, that person's a snake. That's not good. I don't really necessarily get that energy here. We still have a lot more to discover. The way that this reading is going to work, we're going to get this person's qualities and characteristics. We're going to find out how you guys will deal with money. We're going to find out kind of like a little bit of general advice for the relationship. And then we're going to see like actually, how the relationship, the dynamic and how it's going to go. Okay. And then at the end, we'll even get some timing as to like when this will be coming towards you. Okay, so make sure you stick around till the end so you can find out the timing aspect as well. All right, so snake, we have a little bit of information about this person. It says transformation, concentration, self-awareness, coolness, instinct, preparedness, diplomacy, self-analysis, and sexual intimacy. So I guess you guys are going to be in the bedroom. You guys are going to be in the bedroom making the ear. I wanted to say like the curse word, but I can't because this is YouTube. Maybe I should start making like the not explicit content, but you know, like the spicier readings. I don't know if I should do those on my Patreon. If you think that I should, go ahead and put it in the comments and I will consider it. But to be able to curse would be so nice. Maybe this person will curse a lot. That could be part of it. You never know. This person might have a dirty mouth. You guys are going to be like very sexual. Okay, this is like over the top. You guys are going to be the type of people who are like doing it every day, possibly multiple times a day. Okay, this is going to be like a lot. Okay, because it's getting hot in here, honey. In fact, I just had to turn my fan on. So if you hear the fan, it's because it's getting hot in here. So Hot in Here by Nelly. I should have put that in the Identifiers bowl, baby. Okay. Anyways, this person's gonna be a sweet talker, okay? This is making me think of like Snake Charmer, right? This person's gonna be extremely charming. They're gonna be a sweet talker. They're gonna be able to, I wouldn't be surprised if they got you out of your pants on date one, okay? I would not be surprised. Would not be surprised. I think this person is gonna have a tongue that they know what to do with, okay? Oof. The sexual energy is just like, it's a little bit overwhelming, honestly, in like a good way, but I'm like afraid. I'm like afraid of, what if I say something that's gonna, you know, get my video taken down or demonetized or whatever? I don't know. Technically, I don't have enough subscribers to make money from this yet. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It would really help me. It would really help me out. Anyways, yeah, but I'm just getting very like, I'm getting flustered. I'll put that. I'm getting flustered. So I think this person, we did have like kind of haughty energy in the identifiers. So I think this person is probably going to be very attractive. They may have gone through several glow ups, not just one glow up, but several glow ups. I would not be surprised if this person is just like getting more and more beautiful every day. Okay. Transformation. This person could really be into like reinventing themselves in some kind of way. And I think that they're going to be very concentrated on you. They're going to make you feel like the only girl in the world, the only boy in the world, the only person in the room. Okay. Yes. Oof. I'm getting flustered. It's getting like, ooh. I don't know what else to say. There's more to be said, but I feel like I can't say it. I think this person is going to like leave you speechless. You may not even understand like why this person is interested in you. It might be like that level of like this person may have some sort of like unattainability to their aura. Okay. It could seem like this person is maybe cold at first, but you're going to find out very quickly, I'm hearing, that they're actually very interested in you. Okay. So you might be surprised to find out that this person has taken an interest in you, but they're very charming. So, but they might be like pretty particularly cold to other people, but they're going to be real sweet and charming to you. Okay. Real sweet to you. That's what I'm getting. Oof. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. There's like a little bit of a silliness here too, but it's like sexy silly. Okay. Let's go ahead and get these archetype cards. These are going to give us more information about who this person is, the type of person they are, their personality, spirit. For my pile 2, can you tell us about their future spouse? So people who are watching pile 2, can you tell us about their future spouse or their long-term serious partner? Okay. We have here Clinger in reverse. Am I going to do it in reverse or in the upright? We're going to do it in the reverse. Okay. So this person's not going to be clingy. Okay. They're not going to be clingy. They're going to be very independent, which might be where like the feeling of like coldness comes from. Yeah, let's see. What else? This looks like, is it just me or does this picture mildly look like Brittany Murphy, the actress? So I'm kind of getting that. And I'm thinking about that movie Uptown Girls. where she was in, but she's in a lot of different movies. But I'm kind of thinking about that movie. She was like a rock star's daughter in that movie, and she was pretty clingy to her love interest. He was a like emerging singer-songwriter. She was pretty clingy to him. So I think that this person is possibly, they might have a little bit of money in the bank. Okay. I think that they're not going to let everybody else know that they like you, but they might let you know. They might let you know. We have hottie here, okay? We're turning that one upright. What do we have? We have communicator, communicator upright. Okay, we're doing uprights. This person is, again, I said very charming. They're gonna know exactly the right words to say. This person could really like going out. They could like being like in the club. I would not be surprised if they were maybe like a club promoter or just one of those people who really like, I'm getting like the idea of like sitting at the bar smoking hookah kind of situation. Okay. Star-crossed, upright, or okay. So yeah, there's going to be some sort of sense that like maybe you guys aren't, not that you aren't supposed to be together, because I think it's like you are, like you both feel like, ooh, this is fate, but there's like maybe like wrong side of the tracks, or we come from different worlds kind of energy, right? Interesting. This person could have a killer set of muscles on them. Not necessarily just abs. Could be abs, but it could be other muscles as well. We have magician here in the reverse. This person, I'm hearing that song, I don't play no games. Ba-da-da-da-da. What song is that? Oh my gosh, again, I'm speechless. I don't know. And I don't know if it's because this person is just like gonna be so beautiful that you're like, oh, I can't speak when they look at me. But it's also, you guys are gonna be like, it's almost like instantly drawn to each other. But it's a good deal. I really can't remember the name of that song. Okay. Spirit doesn't want me to pull any more of these cards. We're going to pull this to the side. With magician here in the reverse, I think that this person is not very like elusive. They're not very slippery. They might be the type of person who, again, is not clingy, but that doesn't mean that they're like intentionally trying to slip through your fingers. I think that they're going to be pretty intentional about the things that they do and the reasons why they do them. This person could be on like a very strict kind of diet. They might have like a very, like they might be very faithful to their routine. I wanted to say strict routine, but I don't necessarily think that that's the case. It might be that like they have a certain number of things that they have to do, but they don't always do them in the same order. Maybe they're more of like a to-do list person than they are like a schedule person, possibly. And I think that this person believes in working for the things that you want. I don't think that this person is like hope for it and it will happen, or I also don't think that they're the type of person who's like, how do I say this? You know, the universe is just going to bring us together, and if it's meant to be, it will be. I don't think that they're like that. I think that they're more like, yes, the universe might bring us together, but I still have to work hard to get all the things that I want. And I have to work hard to maintain the things that I want. So I think this person, yes, they're giving me hard worker kind of energy. And they're also giving me type of vibes where it's like, if they find something that they really want, they're going to put the work in to make sure that they can keep it. Okay. And this is definitely a person who's focused on personal development. They always want to be, I'm hearing like 1% better every day, that kind of possibly very like type A kind of person. And it's also giving kind of like, if you're not in this person's inner circle, they really could not give less of a fuck about you. Like they just don't care. Luckily, by being in a relationship with this person, you will definitely be in that person's inner circle, and they're not about to play. They're not about to play. Again, they could be silly and a little bit playful, but they're not gonna like take this relationship for granted. Okay. So yeah, it's interesting. We're gonna go ahead and get some relationship cards here. It's gonna kind of give me a little bit of an idea of like more of the dynamic of the relationship. And then we'll talk about money, and then we'll get into the tarot cards. So Spirit, what does this deck have to tell me about the relationship here in pile 2? Pile 2's future spouse or their next relationship. Okay, we have here, ooh, we're taking 2 cards. We're taking 2. This person might be, I'm getting like whatever you like kind of energy. by T.I., where he's like, you can have whatever you like, right? What was that? There's a song where it's like, it might be Cardi B, where she's like, oh yeah, she said, something about getting them both. I don't remember. It was from Bodak Yellow. I don't remember the line, but she says, like, basically trying to choose between two things, and she gets to have them both. So I think that this person is not going to want you to have to compromise when it comes to anything in your relationship. And I think that they're very much going to be like, you know, it's your special day, get both, even if it's just like a regular Tuesday. It says here, I can find harmony by feeling for improved thoughts. And it also says, beneficial beliefs feel better when I think them. Interesting. Okay. So with this card, we have, if we were contemplating an action that caused negative emotion, we would not proceed with the action until we had resolved the negative emotion. Exactly. Like I said, this person is very much like, I'm going to have to work hard to maintain the things that I want. And this could even like pertain to their mental health. But like if there's a problem in the relationship, they're not really like the type to just like hope that it's going to get better. They're going to actually work on it and like make sure that it gets better. This person is very resolute in that kind of way. We would make sure that we had come into alignment with source before proceeding. By feeling for the improved thought in time, and usually in a short time, you will feel the harmony of your source and you will know the appropriateness of your behavior. We would not look for the long list of right and wrong, but instead we would feel for the emotion of alignment with source. This person is really going to prioritize like feeling good, not only in the relationship, but like in their own life. Like, does my diet make me feel good? Does the people who I'm surrounded by, do they make me feel good? And so they're not going to be one to stand for like a bunch of negativity in the relationship, which I think is part of the reason why, like with Snake, the whole idea of like cold-bloodedness can come off here, because they are Cardi B, quick to cut a off, so don't get comfortable, okay? So if things are not, like they're definitely going to try and work to solve the problem, but if things are going on for way too long and it's unsolvable, they're gonna just be like, okay, well, I don't need this in my life, and they're gonna move on. Okay, so yes, I think that this person definitely believes in fate, but they're also not gonna just like stay in something because they think like it's fated. They're more of like the butterfly, Mariah Carey. I don't know, she doesn't say that in this song, but the idea of like, hold on, does she? If you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours, right? So like, you know, if you guys are fated to be together, then I'm gonna let you go and take care of your business now because things are getting a little too negative. Things are getting a little too weird. And I like positive things in my life. So you go over there and you fix that without me, because I've been trying to fix it with you, but you're not playing along. Like, you're not getting with the program. And I'm over here on my level up journey and you're not. So you go fix your shit. And then if it's meant to be, if it's fated, we'll come back together sometime in the future. That's very much the kind of attitude that this person has about people and things in their life. They're not going to let somebody hold them back just because they believe that maybe you are meant to be in some kind of way, okay? We have here, and that one was number 33. Ooh, and we have here number 22. So there could be like a 10-year difference even. Like some of you guys may have met this person 10 years before you actually end up getting together. Okay, that's a possibility. Or there could be some sort of like a 10-year age gap or something like that. But it's and that doesn't have to be between the two people. It could just be like a 10-year age gap in the relationship, right? Okay, so beneficial beliefs feel better than when I think them. There are things in your environment that you believe that match what you want. And there are all kinds of things in your environment that you believe that defy what you want. How could you ever sort them out? How would you ever sort them out? How do you know the active beliefs within you that serve you well and the active beliefs that do not serve you? How do you know the beneficial beliefs from the detrimental ones? The beneficial beliefs feel better when you think them. The detrimental ones feel worse when you think them. So yes, this person is like very future focused, but they're also very focused on like their meditation, keeping their mind right. They really, really want to live like a clean life, whether that's like the clean environment of their mind or like the clean environment of their home. So I would not be surprised if this person was like, again, type A, very, very clean freak kind of, and that's not an insult, a very, very clean freak kind of thing. I remember seeing this quote once, and I think that it was attributed to Gandhi, but I don't know. But it was something about like, I will not let you walk through my mind with dirty feet. And so they, again, like they're very particular about the people who they let stay around them. And they only want people who are thinking positive things. That's not to say they only want yes men, but they definitely want people who are optimists. They definitely want people who have positive mindsets, who are working on themselves and like moving towards a better future for themselves, because they just feel like when you surround yourself with winners, you're a winner too. Okay. I'm thinking about the song T.I. Which song is it? I know he says like no broke shit in my life because I'm scared shit could rub off on me. I'm superstitious, no lie. What song is that? Is it about the money? Maybe. It might be that song called About the Money. But he basically is just saying like he keeps a really close eye on his circle. And if you are not out here making money, if you're not out here making moves, you can't be around him. And I'm getting kind of like the similar kind of energy here. I don't know. I do think this person is strict. I don't know if they're strict in terms of like no broke people, but I think that it's very much about the mindset, like no negative people, okay? This person, again, they're not clinging on to negative thoughts. I would not be surprised if this person had a meditation practice where they are like practicing letting their thoughts just pass, letting the thoughts pass, letting them go, okay? Yes, this person definitely thinks that they, like above all, are the main driving force and main driving factor in their life. So, yeah, okay. We have to go, let's get the money issue, not the money issue. I hope it's not an issue, but let's get the money cards to see how you guys will deal with money in this relationship. What is the situation with money with pile 2, this future spouse or next relationship? What is that looking like here? No broke shit in my life because I'm scared shit could rub off on me. I'm superstitious, no lie. Hey, all right. I am always receiving the essence of what I am giving. Okay, so this person may be interested in like a 50-50 kind of dynamic. This person may be, even if it's not 50-50 dynamic, they want to feel like they're getting as much as they give, okay? And that could be emotionally. We have the number 49 here. That could be emotionally. It could be financially. Let's see what the back of this card says. But it's this idea of like a cycle. It might be that you guys both put all of your money into one account or one pot. I do see very much like this person having like a watchful eye over their money. So I wouldn't be surprised if they like, you know, checked their accounts, if not every day, every week, or with some sort of regularity. Okay. So take a look right there. Appreciation and love and alignment to that which is source is the ultimate giving back, so to speak. For in your pain or struggle, you have nothing to give back. So yeah, this person does not believe in struggle love. They don't believe in that. They're saying, if this is a struggle love, I don't want it. You go figure your shit out. If we're meant to be together in the future, then sure, maybe I'll be available, maybe I won't, but I'm not going to sit here and struggle with you, okay? It says here, what you are living is always an exact replication of your vibrational patterns of thought. Nothing could be more fair than the life as you are living it. For as you are thinking, you are vibrating, and as you are vibrating, you are attracting. And so you are always getting back the essence of what you are giving, okay? Yes, this person is generous, I think, because they want somebody to be generous with them. So they're very much the idea of, if I give, I will receive, but they want to make sure that what they're receiving is as valuable or as good as what they're giving. So it doesn't have to be that they give 50% of the money and you give 50% of the money. It's just that they have to feel like they're getting something that's valuable to them in return. And what they value, I mean, you're going to have to find out what they value, but I think it's going to be like peace of mind, that optimistic streak. Of course, I think they want somebody who looks good, right? I think that they want somebody, again, who they feel like they can be like their most sensual, sexy self with, okay? And I think they want honesty here with the Magician. And when I said, like, I don't play no games. So it doesn't have to be that it's a 50-50 monetarily relationship. It's just that they have to feel like their generosity is being, it's not even rewarded. Rewarded is not the right word. I guess maybe compensated in a way that makes them feel like it's worth it. Okay? Tell us about Pile 2's future spouse or next relationship. Tell us about Pile 2's future spouse or next relationship. Okay, we have here, we're going to put this second. We have the Empress in the reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. I kind of said that I was going to stop taking reversals a little while ago. I don't really know when I'm going to start that. Am I starting that now? No, we're going to keep these in reverse. This person is a diva, okay? This person is a diva. And I will say, I think that they've had hard times before. You could meet them when they maybe are like, it's interesting because we have kind of like 2 clock-like things right here. Maybe they're running out of time when you meet them, or that sounds scary. That's like terminal. Like, that sounds scary. I don't like that. Maybe they're doing some sort of program that has like a fixed amount of time left, and you know, you're not sure if they're going to be around for much longer. Maybe they are in a space where I think when you guys meet, like there might be some sort of unlucky circumstance when you guys meet. That's what I'm getting here. We have the 5 of Wands in the reverse. And I think there could be some sort of competition involved. And I don't know if this person is going to win this competition, whatever this competition is. Some of you guys, honestly, this is like a weird random message. Obviously, it's not for everybody. Some of you guys might meet like on a competition type show, or like a competition in your neighborhood, or something, some sort of game or something like that, in some sort of competitive context. And this person could be like on the losing team. I would not be surprised if they were a sore loser. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this person, was like exhibiting like, who was it? Was that tennis player who was like throwing their racket around? Is that John McEnroe? I really don't follow tennis. I just know that name. And I know that there was like some tennis player back in the day who would like get really angry and like throw their racket down and stuff like that. And I'm kind of seeing that kind of energy here, where I think that this person, I won't say is like so used to winning, although they do see themselves as a winner for sure, that when they don't win, they get a little angsty, okay? This person really wants commitment. This person could be in school. This person could possibly work in a hospital or be interested in working in a hospital or in the healthcare system. Again, they're very into health and healthcare just in general, okay? But I do think this person is like really interested in commitment. Like, they really want to be married. I think that that's something that they really want. I think they like the idea of the institution of marriage. They like the formality of it. I definitely get that this is the type of person who really likes formal things. Like, this person might just like contracts, like in general. I'm thinking about the Big Bang Theory and Sheldon, and how he gets like really excited by the idea of having to do a contract, and like how he and Amy have like a relationship contract. He has a contract with Leonard, the roommate agreement, that kind of thing. Like, this person could be very into formalizing stuff. And I would not be surprised if they wanted to formalize your relationship like fairly quickly. Yeah, but don't be surprised if this person asks you for a lot of things. I did say that they're generous, but it's like generous with the idea that they're going to be getting something back, right? It's not just like giving for the sake of giving. That's not this person. They're not just giving for the sake of giving. They definitely have high expectations, and they expect you to meet those expectations, okay? So it's giving high maintenance. It's giving high maintenance, and it's also giving like, don't come towards me if you can't maintain what I'm expecting. So yeah, you might actually meet this person when they're like a little bit down on their luck. You might see them though as a good luck charm. I think that them being around you will bring you good luck. It's giving, what is that song, The Upgrade You by Beyonce, where she says like, you can take me just to compliment the deal. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting that kind of energy where having this person around you will just like elevate, or has the potential to elevate your status with whatever it is that you're doing. And they know that. And it's not to say that you don't have the potential to elevate their status. I think that, you know, they wouldn't be attracted to you if you didn't, right? This is very much giving like, it's a little bit social climby, but it's also a little bit just like, you know, I know what I want and I'm gonna go after it. Okay. Let's see. I really want to get these true love cards. I want to see what they have to say about this relationship. Spirit, what does this true love deck have to say about how to's next relationship or future spouse. All right, we have here maturity. And again, look, we have the signing of a paper. So yeah, this person is very into paperwork. They're very into paperwork and contracts. They really like, I feel like it's like high achiever kind of energy. This person could really like to write. They are definitely constantly thinking about the future. And if they have agreed to be with you, then that means that they really think that you are like a long-term, like a good decision long-term. I almost wanted to use the word asset, and I'm not shy about using the word asset, but I don't think that they're really like this cold and calculated, even though we have the snake. I don't think that they're really that cold and calculated. I think that they are very, just serious. I think they're just a very serious person. And so, you know, either you appreciate that about them or you don't. But I think that they are a very serious person. And this person also could be the type who's like got a contingency for every possible outcome. Thinking about like the polar bears and how the polar bears are like low-key on the verge of, you know, endangerment or whatever, right? Because the glaciers are melting and their habitat is like not doing well due to global warming. This person is always thinking about the future and like thinking about all of the potential things that could happen, and they're trying to have a contingency plan in place. So I would not be surprised if this person were a planner, if they are having like a scenario A, B, C, and D backup plan kind of situation. Okay, so yeah, interesting. Let's go ahead and get the timing out. Let's see, when will this happen for my pile twos? We got our Moonology Oracle here. When will this happen for my pile twos? When can they expect this situation to come to fruition? When will this happen? We have here, bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius season coming through, or a new moon in. All right, you guys, sorry, my camera died, but we are going to look at the back of the deck here, and we actually have the end of a tough cycle approaches. So this tough cycle that we saw here with the Wheel of Fortune here, this person could like really end up being so beneficial to your life. Like, I don't want to say changing your life, that's a possibility. They could end up changing your life for the better, but and I mean, I think that any spouse or future relationship, I think that that's part and parcel for the course. If you're in a good one, they should end up changing your life for the better. So I guess I will say that. It was more just like I didn't want to put so much pressure on the situation. I didn't want to put so much weight on it. So I'm thinking like maybe around like, because we have Capricorn and Aquarius here, this is definitely like winter in the Northern Hemisphere. This is like Christmas time, New Year's, sometime between like December and January. It's seeming like this is going to solidify into your world, whether that means that that's when you meet them, or maybe that's when the relationship gets more serious for some of you if you already have met this person, if you already know them. Okay, let me scoot these over so we can get everything in the frame. Yeah, I think that this is like somebody who, I wanted to say like a diva who's down on her luck, okay, but it doesn't have to be a woman. This could be somebody who has all of the great qualities of a leader or a successful person, but maybe is like going through a hard time right now. This is somebody who really knows how to communicate their needs, somebody who normally would have like very, very good luck, but they maybe are a little bit mistrustful in general. They might have a hard time trusting people because maybe they've been tricked before, and so they really want to make sure that they get to like the essence of who a person is before they make any commitments. And I think that they have gone through enough in their life that they've reached this level of maturity here with this card. I just keep bringing that back around because I think it's so important. And they really want to let like God or the universe like really guide them in what it is that they're doing. For some of you guys, this person could be quite religious. For some of you, that's obviously not going to be for everybody, but with the Hierophant here right next to his maturity card, and we have, you know, it's like God like looking over her shoulder. This person could be quite religious. They may do something that has to do with the church or some sort of religious institution or spirituality. And I think it's important that you remember I was about to say it's not all fun and games. That's the thing though, is like it needs to be more fun and games. Like I think that this person takes themselves and their life so seriously that they are, again, willing to like cast out anybody. I was gonna say a shoe, which like maybe this person sneezes a lot, maybe this person has allergies, but they're willing to cast out or eschew anybody who like isn't, like I said, getting with the program, right? And I think that you can help this person by bringing more fun into their life. By helping them to remember that they don't always have to be on guard, that everything is not always so serious, you know? So one of the best ways that I think that you can help this relationship move forward, or one of the things that I think you can really bring to this relationship, is bringing love into the situation and like always helping them to remember like, here's the reason why we fell in love with each other, or here's the thing that like, if we focus on the love instead of focusing on the stressful things, then like maybe we can overcome this problem together. Okay. Because remember, this person is not going to be down for long, and they don't like to be down for long. They really like to have a very positive mindset. So if you also can bring that positivity into the situation, they're really going to value you for that. Okay. Yeah. This person's very hardworking. Some signs we have here, obviously we have Capricorn, we have Aquarius, we have Taurus here with the Hierophant. And also with the Empress, I believe that's more of like a Venus, but they're both like Taurus kind of cards. We have all the fixed signs here with Wheel of Fortune, so that's Leo, again Taurus, and again Aquarius, and also Scorpio. Okay, so those are some signs we have here as well. I would also say I think that this person is highly intuitive. We have a couple of third eye situations here. So this person could be claircognizant, clairaudient. They could have just like a way of knowing things. For some of you guys, there may be an age difference here or like a difference in maturity. This person could be older, or they could seem different from their age. So maybe they seem older than their age for some of you guys. What else? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. And if this sounds like somebody that you already know or somebody that you're interested in, I would love to hear about it. And also, I want to let you guys know that I do weekly zodiac readings on my Patreon, so that link will be down in the description box if you're interested in subscribing. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Sending you lots of love. Bye. Hello, my lovely, lovely pile threes. If you chose the Tarot Illuminati or the Hummingbird card, then this is going to be your message. We're actually going to get into our identifiers first from our lip bowl. So if you feel very confident, if you don't want to get your confirmation with the identifiers, which basically they just help confirm that the reading is for you. If you don't want that, then there's another timestamp down below that will say pile 3 reading. Okay, so you can go ahead and click on that and it will take you straight to the pile 3 reading. Although I will say sometimes these identifiers can get pretty juicy. So, I mean, you never know. You might want to stay. You might want to stick around. Anyways, Spirit, please help disconnect me from the energy of all the other piles and help me tune into the energy of pile 3, my viewers here in pile 3, where we're finding out their future spouse, their next relationship. Please tell me into the energy of the viewer here. How will this viewer know that this is their pile? The pile 3 is right for them. 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay. All right. I know we have this one like sticking out right here. I'm gonna bring it out. I'm gonna let it come. Okay. Let's see. I'm so excited. I love doing these identifiers because they always bring back memories, and that's like part of the whole point. Is basically, if you've never been here before, first of all, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. But if this is a new process to you, basically there's a whole bunch of stuff written on these little slips, and if any of these things are like your favorite, or if it even just like showed up recently in your life, then that is proof that this pile is for you. Okay, so for example, if there's like a song that comes out and it's your favorite song, or you heard it yesterday, or maybe you heard somebody talking about it. It could be whether it's like really, really deeply significant, or if it just happened in passing, but in a way that was like memorable and recent, okay? So for example, we have here Bantu knots. Maybe you are wearing Bantu knots right now. Maybe you just scrolled past a picture of somebody wearing Bantu knots like 5 minutes ago, right? Maybe you were talking with your friend about Bantu knots. Or maybe you were walking down the street and you heard somebody say Bantu knots, right? Something like that, okay? Here we have Justin Timberlake, okay? So he could be like your favorite singer, or you might have just listened to one of his songs. Maybe you just bought tickets to the world tour or something. You know what I mean? Okay, it's a reference. If you know, you know. If you don't, then oh well. Kendrick Sampson, he played Nathan on Insecure. He's also an activist, so he's an actor, activist. He's an artivist. We have here Beverly Hills. So that could be the actual place, Beverly Hills, or it could be the song by Weezer, or just Weezer the band could be significant here. So maybe that's like your favorite band. Maybe you just read something about like the anniversary of the Blue album or whatever. I don't know. It could be anything. Maybe you live in Beverly Hills, or you were just talking to somebody about Beverly Hills, or maybe like even Beverly Hills Cop just came up on your streaming service. I don't know. It could be anything like that. Sufjan Stevens, he's a musician. Okie dokie, let's see, what do we have here? This says, I contain multitudes. Maybe you heard somebody say that. Maybe you say that often. I contain multitudes. What do we have? Shanghai. So again, very similar to Beverly Hills. It could be the actual location, it could be the actual city, or it could be the song by Nicki Minaj. Bang bye, pop pills no Shanghai. Shanghai. Okay, now, famous last words. Famous last words. I'm getting like a lot of quote energy coming through here with like I contain multitudes and then famous last words. It's feeling like quotes. Maybe you're the type of person who does a lot of like vocal stems that are references, just like I did with the world tour with Justin Timberlake. Maybe you do a lot of references that are vocal stems or something. We have romance novel. Maybe you really like to read those. Maybe you're reading one right now. Maybe you're a romance novel writer. Maybe you're casually browsing the romance section right now. You know, could be anything. Flamingo. Maybe you have a flamingo tattoo. Maybe that's your favorite animal. Maybe you're at the flamingo in Las Vegas. I don't know. Maybe you were just talking about flamingos. Maybe you have like a flamingo emoji as your name on WhatsApp, right? It could be anything. All black everything. Hell yeah. Why did I just want to say hell yeah, brother? All black everything. What is this? The Coldest Winter Ever by Sister Souljah. That's so funny that I wanted to say hell yeah, brother, and now we have Sister Souljah. Like brothers and sisters. Okay. Hand in My Pocket, Alanis Morissette. Got one hand in my pocket, the other one is flicking a cigarette. Right? That's something that she says. Or throwing a peace sign. Nicole Byer. She's a comedian. Very funny, very funny. She also, she was on Girl Code. She was in Grand Crew. She also, I think, was the host of Nailed It on Netflix or something. I never saw it. Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging. That is an excellent book. That is an incredible book for teen girls. I think it's literally so funny. And they made a movie. The movie's called Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, but this is the book. Okie dokie. R.I.P. Louise Richardson. Love her. American Horror Story. Season 1 specifically, but this is all of the seasons. So we're going to expand it. It does say Season 1 Murder House, but we're going to expand it to be all of the seasons of American Horror Story. I have not seen that show in such a long time. I used to be so into it, but I feel like it kind of fell off. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Swing Swing by the All-American Rejects. Swing, swing, swing from the tangles of my heart is crushed by a former love. All right, Katara, Avatar: The Last Airbender. She's a waterbender. She is the main love interest for Aang. I wouldn't even say the main, the only. The only love interest for Aang. All right, King Curtis from Fat Kid Loves Bacon. Speaking of quotes, I'm telling you. So yeah, you or possibly your future spouse or your next relationship, they might be like a quoter. They might love a good reference, okay? King Curtis, he said, bacon is good for me. I am leaving, and you can't stop me. I'm packing my bags. That used to be like one of my favorite YouTube videos. It went viral back in the day. It's from a clip from Wife Swap, where this like healthy family swaps the mom with the unhealthy family, and he's upset because his new healthy mom is like throwing away the bacon. 500 Days of Summer. We might have to end up taking this one out because it's almost like ripped. I feel like when they rip, it's a signal that they might need to come out of the bowl, out with the old and with the new. But that's a movie, 500 Days of Summer, with Zooey Deschanel and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. We have edibles. If you know, you know. What do we have here? Ooh, speaking of edible things, this is s'mores. S'mores, they're so delicious. I love s'mores. Give me some more s'mores, please. What is this? Number 6. So this could be the month of June. You could be watching this in June. Your birthday could be in June. June could be like a special holiday for you. Juneteenth. We also have, like you could live on 6th Street on the 6th floor. Your birthday could be on the 6th. You could be seeing like multiple 6s everywhere. Lots of things like that. The Incredibles. That's a Disney movie. The Incredibles, Disney Pixar. About a superhero family. The mom can like stretch. She's Elastigirl. We have Legally Blonde. Legally Blonde, the iconic movie about Elle Woods and her journey to Harvard to try and get her boyfriend back, and then she ends up just blowing everything out of the water. E = MC squared. E = MC squared. Famous equation. E = MC squared. I have my fan on. I'm just gonna give up. I was trying to like keep all the little slips from blowing away, but it's just not gonna work, so I'm just gonna let it ride. Our House by Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. So you might have 2 cats. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. All right, we have Honeybee, The Head and the Heart. That's a song. Honeybee. Both of those are kind of like love songs, but they're also kind of like almost like lullaby-ish. It's not exactly lullabies, but they're like, it's a cute little vibe. Avenged Sevenfold. That's like the complete opposite from what I know. I don't really listen to them, but I'm pretty sure it's like a heavy metal band. Baby Girl Lisa. Okay, so your name could be Lisa. This is specifically a person from 90 Day Fiancé. And she was on 90 Day Fiancé with this guy named Usman. I'm pretty sure they did get married and then they got divorced. But yeah, Baby Girl Lisa. Or somebody named Lisa. You might actually know a baby named Lisa. The Game. This is a TV show about football players and their wags, the wives and girlfriends, in San Diego. And then also the name Jason could be... I'm trying to think of if somebody's name was Jason earlier. There was like a J name that came up. I don't remember what it was. It's fine. The name Jason is coming through. Anyways. What do we have here? We have Cheerleader by Omi, the Felix Jane radio edit. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. We have The Majesties by Tiffany Sao. That's a book. It's a mystery. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's a good one. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely say it's worth watching. I mean, not watching, reading, if you like to read. What do we have here? Hidden Figures, a movie worth watching. Absolutely. This is one of the best movies to ever be made. Of course, it's not completely factually accurate with some of the white saviorism, but it's a good movie nonetheless. Taraji P. Henson, Octavia Spencer, and our girl Janelle Monáe. All right, we have here Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold was a Nicktoon, a cartoon on Nickelodeon. What is this? It says meditation. I don't know why I said it like that, but maybe you've been like doing meditation recently. Maybe you've been talking with somebody about meditation, getting into a meditation practice, something like that. What is this? It's almost ripped as well. This says Really, Really by Kevin Gates. All my diamonds shine 'cause they really diamonds. Bad bitches in line, they be really trying. All right. Ask me if I'm lying. I say really, really. Pranks and punked. Okay, you know what's funny? Okay, so if you don't know Punked was a TV show where Ashton Kutcher would play pranks on celebrities. So you might be really into pranks, or maybe somebody recently pranked you or something like that, right? But like at the end of the prank, usually the celebrities would be like, oh my God, when they find out that they're on Punked, like when Ashton would come out and he would make them realize that they're on Punked, they'd always be like, really? He's like, yeah. And they're like, really? And he's like, yeah. So really, really, that's so funny that came out next to each other. All right, you guys, I'm going to go write these down in my tarot journal, and then we're going to get into your actual reading about your future spouse, your next relationship. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below which of these identifiers was the one for you, if not more than one, and I will see you guys in a second. Hello, all my lovely, lovely pile threes. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. I truly, truly do. I'm Empress of Fortune Tarot. If you haven't been here before, I just want to say thank you for being here. And let's go ahead and get into your reading. So we have here the hummingbird. It says joy, playfulness, amusement, creativity, enchantment, imagination, fun-loving, and carefree. Okay, so with this hummingbird, it just makes me think this person, they might move like really fast, and that doesn't necessarily mean in the relationship. They just may, honestly, this person could be neurodivergent. They may have like a really quickly moving mind. This person could also be very into like yoga or meditation. I'm getting that they have to do some sort of like, or not that they have to, but they definitely could benefit from doing some sort of like Zen activity to kind of like calm them down. But I think that this person just like, they move very, very fast. Okay, this person could be on the go a lot, meaning maybe they travel quite a bit. They really could like very sweet things, like they might eat a lot of candy or a lot of sugar. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get more information about this person's kind of like personality. And the way that this reading is gonna go is once we get that info about their personality, we're going to check into kind of like how they view relationships in general. We'll talk about the money dynamic in between you two, and then we'll get just like the general dynamics of the relationship. And then at the end of the reading, we're going to get the timing of when is this all going to happen? When is this going to happen? All right, let's see. Spirit, please help me to connect into the energy of pile three's future spouse or next relationship. Let's see. What do we have here? We got two cards here. Dancer. I'm hearing that song, Rhythm is a Dancer. I think that's by Snap. It's a source companion. We can feel it in the air. Yeah. All right, we have Secret Love. Secret Love. Okay, we're going to do that in the upright as well. So, you guys might start off as like sneaky links maybe. This person, when I said this person could be on the move a lot, it did not occur to me that this person could be a dancer. Dancers are literally like, they just be moving their bodies. Move your body. Move your body. They just move. They move all day long. That's what they do. Old Soul, and the color blue is like coming out really, really strongly. We have like blue all in the background here, blue in this dress. So yeah, this person may have blue eyes. Blue could be their favorite color. They may just really love the color blue. They might be wearing blue when you meet them, or maybe they wear blue a lot. Interestingly enough, and I don't know if this is going to be for everybody, but there were a lot of guys wearing blue shirts. Like when I used to work in Midtown in New York, all of the corporate boys would be wearing like a blue button down, right? That was like part of the uniform. It was never a white one. It was always a blue one. I don't know what that's about. I'm sure that there's some sort of science behind it. That's why they all do it. But this person could have like a fancy corporate job, potentially. Yeah, for some of you. What is this? Tell me about pile three's person, this future spouse, next relationship person. Tell me more about them. This person could be kind of old-fashioned. They might be the type of person who doesn't like to shout their love from the rooftops. They might like to kind of keep things under wraps until everything's like official. We have Scorpio. Again, more blue. Water sign, Scorpio energy. So this person could have Scorpio in their sun, moon, or rising. Okay. We have creator. Okay, so this person is very creative. And again, more dancing here. So this could be the type of person who is like an artist on the side but has to work a corporate job, or maybe they've been able to leave their corporate or more formal or traditional lifestyle to become an artist. What else? Misty Copeland coming through here. Alvin Ailey. Anything else, Spirit, about this person's personality? I feel like I got so much more from piles 1 and 2. This person seems very secretive. I won't lie. They seem like they... I mean, we have secret love here, literally. This person is very secretive. Is there any... No. It's like, is there anything else? No. Spirit said no. There's nothing else to say. Hey. Hey. There's nothing else I can say. Trust me, the reading's not over. That's why I told you all of the things that are coming up. This person might really like surprises, or they might like to do surprises. They might like to surprise you. We did get pranks / punked in the identifiers, so this person could be really into, maybe they think that they're funny. I personally am not a fan of pranks. I hate them. But this person could be really into pranking, or just like secret things, like, oh, I'm gonna surprise pile 3 and it's gonna be so fun, blah blah blah, you know. I don't know if you're like me or if you actually like those kind of things. Let me know down below if you like a good surprise or a prank. Anyways, and don't forget to like the video, it really does help. Anyways, let's find out kind of more about pile 3's person, Spirit, their future spouse, their new relationship. Find out more about pile 3's person. What can you tell me about pile 3's person? Hey. There's nothing else I can say. I have control of the vibration I offer. This is number 11. Once you begin to believe or expect good feeling things to come, you are in the vortex. So this deck talks about the vortex. The vortex is like this space of energetic resonance where you're just attracting all of the good things towards you, okay? And it is constantly moving. So again, we have a lot of movement. So I would not be surprised. This person could possibly be related to like the military, whether that is that they're like have military family or they're in the military themselves. But I would not be surprised if this person had to move a lot for work, or they may travel a lot for work, okay? But we have here, once you get into the vortex, now you are a cooperative component. Now you get to rendezvous with all of the good stuff that you've put there, and you can train yourself there. You can do it in a day. You have control of everything that rendezvous with you when you get control of the vibration that you offer, and you get control of the vibration that you offer when you care about how you feel. So this person is like very much like, they do not want anybody to kill their vibe, okay? So with me saying that this person really likes dancing, this person is very much like on the move, on the go, they are also very contemplative, but in a way that is like, I have so much to offer to the world. I can't have you or anybody else like lowering my vibration, okay? I think that this person takes their, whatever it is that they do, their work, but mostly their art, and just generally their life, I think they take it very seriously. But they could also be kind of a control freak, okay? With this card here, I have control of the vibration that I offer. They want somebody who's going to be able to not fit into their life, but help them to bring out their creative expression in a way that suits them. And because I do think that they are kind of control freaky, and I do think they're a little freaky, hey, that might be part of the reason why they kind of want to like keep this relationship a secret, at least at first, because what is that show? I don't remember what it was, but there was somebody who was like, oh, I don't want to break the bubble. Like, we're in the bubble right now. I don't want to break the bubble. And it's basically just like not letting everybody know that you are in a new relationship, because it's like lovely and it's perfect at that time when it's just the two of you. And then all of a sudden when you like start telling other people's opinions and thoughts and influence can get in. And
it like pops the bubble that you guys have, right? And now all of a sudden you have to like go and like live amongst the others in the outside world, even though you've been living in the outside world this whole time, right? This person really is like, they just want to keep things private. They just want to keep things private. Some of you guys, if you are dancers yourselves, you guys might meet this person at the club, okay? Whatever kind of club that might be, whether that's like the club, the strip club, whatever. This person is going to have really nice legs. They could have a tattoo on their shoulder. Okay. Let's see. How are we going to deal with money in this relationship? Because I think money is important. It's one of the main reasons why couples break up. So how are we going to deal with money in this relationship? Pile 3 and their person. I was about to be like their lover. The lover. We have, I can create both money and the time to enjoy it. Exactly. I told you. This person is trying to like live their best artistic life, but they may also do corporate things as well. We have the number 57 here. It says, many of you tell us that you are so busy making your money that you do not have time to enjoy it. For when you rely on your action to create, often you're too tired to enjoy your creation. Once you not only understand the power of your thought, but deliberately direct this powerful tool in the direction of things that you desire, then you will discover that the action part of your life is the way you enjoy what you have created through your thought. So I definitely believe that this person might leave their stable job in order to pursue something artistic, because I feel like they may have earned a good amount of money in their life or in their career, and they just kind of feel like they don't have the time that they would like to be able to enjoy it. And I think that this person is kind of starting to realize what really matters to them in life, and it's a lot about like being hot and having fun, right? What else? Is there more to this money message? No. All right. Let's go ahead and get the tarot out. This person is so secretive, whoever they are. It's actually a little bit annoying, but it's fine. It's fine. Spirit, connect me deeply with the energy of pile 3, their future spouse, their next relationship. Tell me about them. Tell me about this person. Tell me about the relationship. What do we need to know? Or what's the tea? What is there? Okay, we have 5 of Cups, disappointment. I wonder if that's like a message for me, like you're going to be disappointed. I hope not. I just had a card fall out in my lap, but then it had turned over. I didn't get a chance to see what it was though, and then it turned back over. So this person could be, I almost want to say like fresh out of the throes of a heartbreak. Okay. I don't know if you meet this person like shortly after a relationship with someone, or maybe honestly some of you guys, you might meet them when they're still in a relationship with someone. Okay. Oops. All right. We have here 5 of Wands in the reverse. We have the Devil, and we have the 9 of Cups. Okay. This person, they are battling some inner demons when you guys are together. Okay. I do want to say, and this is obviously not what anybody wants to hear, this person may be keeping you a secret because they might have multiple people involved. All right. Although I think that you are the one that makes them the happiest. So if there's any, what is the word that I'm looking for? Solace in that, then I'm happy for you. Okay. This person could be into bondage. This person could have a lot of piercings. This person could be into like BDSM. I think that this person likes having people fight over them. It's like they get turned on by it. And I almost kind of feel like this person is willing to sacrifice not only their happiness, mostly it's their happiness, but sometimes the happiness of other people, if it means that they can like defeat their enemies, if they can end up being the last one standing. I almost get that this person would like die for you. This person would do anything for you. This is like a super intense kind of energy, especially considering that it's like secret. That's weird. That's suspicious. That's weird. I don't know if I would say it's actually suspicious. I do think it's strange though. This person could have Aries. Of course, you have Scorpio here, Capricorn as well. This person could be very short. They might not be very tall. Can I get a clarifier, please, on this? Thank you. That came out so fast. This person does not like being told no. I think they actually have like a big problem with being told no. I would not be surprised if this person was like generally very spoiled and just used to getting what they wanted. This person, I think I mentioned this before, could come from money. They may just be used to people maybe even falling at their feet. And because of that, I don't know that they have really had to be monogamous before. Because it could have been like they've had their pick of the litter every time. Okay, well, tell me more, Spirit, because it's like this is, you know, somebody's next spouse. This is somebody's spouse that we're talking about, or next relationship, but the whole idea was that this was a spousal reading. And the only reason why I said next relationship was because like some people don't want to get married, right? But that doesn't mean that they don't want a long-term partner. Okay, so this person is definitely, they've changed or are in the process of changing their ways, okay? They may have been out here hoeing, but they've changed their ways, okay? They're, again, seeing the benefit of making changes to their life, whether that is in their work and trying to be more creative, or if it's in like the way that they handle their business, or if it's in the way that they handle love. I kind of feel like this person has everything that they ever wanted, and now they're just trying to like figure out the next challenge. Like, what's the next thing? We have Leo, again Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus here with the Wheel of Fortune. Seven of Wands in the reverse. This person does not take criticism very well. And I think that if they feel like they're attacked, they will probably cower in the corner, honestly. I don't know. Maybe you guys like this. Maybe you're like, yeah, that's my boo. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I just think this is such a strange reading. Piles 1 and 2 were not like this at all. Let's see. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go now. Here we go. NSYNC has got the put your hands to the beat. We got everything you need. Here we go now. Here we go. NSYNC. I promise you guys, I'm not normally like this. This is just a very strange energy right now. And what is it's giving like Kenan and Kel right now, where it's like, oh, here we go, right? You and this person might end up like getting into a lot of shenanigans together. I could see you having a lot of fun with this person. This person, there could be like jail time involved somehow. I don't know. Let's see. Spirit, can you give us more information about Pile 3 and their future spouse? Pile 3, these are kind of too big to shuffle that way, so we're going to shuffle the normal way. Pile 3 and their future spouse. Future spouse / next relationship. What do we have here? Here we go. The Rainbow Reviver. I'm going to have to get the book on that one because I don't even know what that means. When I tell you guys, this person is a mystery to me. This person might make you feel kind of bad sometimes. I would not be surprised about that because I'm feeling a little bit bad right now. Like, there's this sense, not feeling defeated, although I guess that could maybe be like a little bit part of it, but like just general confusion. I feel like you're probably going to feel a little bit confused in this relationship, and I think that this person might thrive off of that, honestly. Okay, interesting. So this card and this card are actually like, they go hand in hand, meaning the Rainbow Reviver and this card here with the I have control of the vibration that I offer. These two cards go hand in hand. And what this is basically like when you are not feeling your best, the thing that you have to do is like, you do a visualization of yourself being like doused or covered. It's like as if a rainbow was pouring rainbow colored water on you. It's like a waterfall, and it's cleansing you from the top down and just inside out. It's cleansing you, right? So it says here, when you're single, the rainbow can help you feel more positive and lovable. If you're in a relationship and the challenges of life have worn you down a little, which is something that I was talking about, the rainbow will brighten up your day. So in order to do this, first, take a nice deep breath, exhale fully, and get present in your body in the moment. Then imagine a rainbow with its 7 rich colors and picture that rainbow flowing towards you and streaming into your crown chakra on the top of your head, filling you up until you overflow, allowing it to wash over the surface of you as well. Then affirm to yourself, the rainbow is cleansing, uplifting, and energizing. I feel peaceful, positive, and happy. Okay, so this is like a way for you to regain control over your vibration. Okay, it's also a way for you to give yourself, it says, a cosmic hug. Okay, and this is because life gets busy and it's easy to forget that help is at hand. And so I think that this person, they can be so introverted and they can get so deep into their emotions, and if they aren't able to let that out through movement, or if they aren't able to let that out through dance or coloring or some sort of art, then this person can actually get like really, really depressed. I think this person heard no quite a bit when they were younger, and it took them a really long time to like get to this point where they were actually really happy with themselves and really happy with the life that they've created. But it's almost giving like golden handcuffs. Like this person is not really, they understand that they've reached success by society standards, and they feel happy with themselves about that because they're always constantly measuring themselves by society standards. But they feel also like there has to be something more. There's gotta be more to life than chasing down every temporary high to satisfy me. I think that's Stacey Rico or something like that, more to life. And it's just this idea that they feel a little bit beaten down. They feel a little bit worn down. And I think that they're going to have to learn, if they haven't learned this already, they're going to have to learn this kind of like technique, this Rainbow Reviver technique, or this technique of having control over their vibration, because you cannot always be the person, or not even always, you shouldn't be the person who's constantly trying to uplift them. We're all in charge of our own emotional well-being. Yes, we can contribute to other people's emotional health by being in community with them and including them and being nice to them and like just generally being a good neighbor and a good person and a good partner. But we're ultimately not responsible for how another person is feeling. Right? Even children, you have to teach them how to deal with their own emotions. Okay, so I think that this person has learned that, but they're still constantly having to remind themselves of how to do it. And I think that they're struggling with time management. I think that this person may not have a ton of time for a relationship with somebody like you. Even if they want more time with you, I would not be surprised if it was always just like quick meetups here and there, which is I think why I got like the whole sneaky link thing in the beginning. I would be extremely surprised if you and this person were married or got married. This is feeling more like a relationship to me. It's not feeling exactly like a marriage. So if you're looking for the actual marriage one, you might want to pick a different pile, babes. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be surprised if this person maybe was like a little bit in the closet in some kind of ways, and that doesn't mean that you and this person are same sex. It could mean that they just have certain desires that they are still dealing with, or they're still learning how to express. Okay, it doesn't mean that they don't want you. It might mean that they also just want something else as well too. Okay, and yeah, I kind of feel like I almost just like cracked something open just now, because when I tell you it was closed like a clam. It was really crazy. I was like, go ahead, girl, give me nothing. Like, that's what it was. That was what I was getting. It was like crazy how difficult it was for me to get anything. And it's interesting when I think about a hummingbird and how small their beak is, right? There's just like not a lot of room to get anything in there other than like the nectar, and their tongues are like so long and they move so fast. I wouldn't be surprised. This person probably loves to talk. They probably love to gossip. And we have creativity like a lot here. We have creativity here. We have dancer. We have creator, right? I can create both money and time to enjoy it. All of these things. So I think that this person is like a suppressed creative. And once they're able to actually open up and let all of their creative juices flow, they're going to be a lot better of a partner to whoever is around, whoever they choose to partner with at that time, whether that's you or somebody else. And so, you know, I guess the encouragement here, if this is somebody that you really love, then I would encourage you to be patient and to tell them that it's okay for them to follow whatever their heart's creative path is. You know, I do see this person being happy. I do see that, but I also see them feeling like they are a little bit of a failure in some kind of ways. Maybe they're happiest when they're not feeling like they have to perform, you know? That's a high key possibility. And if you're going to be with this person, you have to know that they're not always going to be balanced. I don't think that they're always going to be able to offer you like a fair relationship, a fair situation, you know? Please let me know down in the comments how this resonated for you, what you thought of this reading. I know it took us kind of like a long time. Oh, I forgot to get the timing. Gotta get the timing. When is this going to happen, Spirit? What's the timing for this relationship? Why did I say it like that? I don't know. Let's see. We have here, conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. Okay, so this could happen around eclipse time. I also want to say, if this sounds like somebody that you already know, which I think for some of you guys it might be, this might be like wrapping up kind of soon. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, things were on the verge of ending kind of soon. Let's see. Or this person could be wrapping up their other obligations in order to be able to come towards you. So if this person is maybe in another relationship right now, they could be wrapping up that relationship in order to come towards you, okay? But it does seem like with these trees here in front of this moon that there is some sort of obstacle that is going to kind of take a little bit of time to get through before things can actually like really work out. Okay? I mentioned that I think this person's probably pretty controlling. This could even be when it comes to like where you guys go for dates, places that you guys go out on the town. It might be that they really like a particular restaurant. It could even be that like, you know, they only want to be seen in certain places, that kind of thing. And then also, I think that this person is kind of like, in some ways, really desperate to have fans, possibly desperate to like have people like them, but I'm kind of specifically getting fans, maybe followers. Maybe this person is like into social media. Maybe they're trying to use social media as a way to leave their corporate job, if that's something that resonates with you guys. This could be the type of person who like wouldn't post you on their social media, right? Definitely not a hard launch, maybe a soft launch, but it never makes it to a hard launch. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe this person like decides that they want to leave their 9-to-5 and become like a travel influencer or something like that. And they would do anything to try and get people to come and follow them. And I kind of feel like this person, they have a lot more depth to them than what they show. With Old Soul here, I think that this person is actually very wise. And that might be part of what really draws you to them, because I see that they have a lot of really good qualities. Like they are fun, they are creative, they're very knowledgeable about a lot of certain things. I think they have a lot of emotional depth to them, but it's hard for you to access that depth. That's the thing. And so I think that this person may show up in the world in a way that could be kind of like off-putting to other people. It might rub people the wrong way, and you could end up having like social difficulties in this relationship as a result of this person and their like control freak tendencies. Okay. It's just so interesting because when we have this idea of like this person being fun loving and carefree, they definitely have that side to them, but it's like when they're around the right people, this person is intensely hard to get to know. Very hard to get to know. So, yeah, I just wouldn't be surprised if it took a very long time for them to introduce you to their friends or to their family, for you to get into their social circle or things like that. Because I think that they're deep down, like very secretly scared of disappointing other people. And because they were told no so much in their childhood, I think that they just kind of expect other people to not understand them or to tell them no again. I think that they expect that they're just not really going to be able to get what they want unless they have to work very, very hard for it, okay? This is the type of person who has to, like, kick down the doors in order to get in the room, okay? It's not like things come super easily to them, but they're always going to get it done. So this person does have some admirable qualities, for sure. I know that I was a little bit down on them in the beginning, but this person definitely has some admirable qualities. Like, nothing is all good, nothing's all bad. And I honestly think some of this aspect would be, like, perfect for you. And that's part of the thing that really drew you, not only to them, but also to this pile. Is like, you might like that this person is hard to get to know. It makes you feel special for having been able to, like, break down their walls, you know? I remember I knew somebody once who told me that, like, he really liked that his girlfriend, he was, like, the only person who was allowed to touch her. She didn't like being touched because it, like, made him feel really special that he was the only person who was allowed to touch her, right? It's like, you may really enjoy that aspect of the relationship, that this person is hard to get to know, because it just makes you feel like you're that much more important and special in this person's life for having gotten past that barrier. And I think that that's valid. I think that's reasonable, you know? I'm actually kind of feeling called to, like, get a couple more. Is there anything else from this deck? I did see something flip over. We have here Wizard. Wizard, how do we want this? In the reverse. We're going to do this in the reverse. This person, I think that they may have, like, kind of fucked up a few times in the past. They may have had a hard time kind of getting where they wanted to go. I think, like I said, they got there. By hook or by crook, they got there. This person could definitely have, like, some sort of, like, a hard past. Like, I'm hearing hard knock life from Annie right now. And so they might be pretty secretive about that and some of the things that they went through in the past, where they had to do some things to survive, or maybe they were, you know, not the best person, or maybe they weren't thinking right or whatever, and they had to do some things now that they probably wouldn't do if they had to have the choice to do it all over again. I think this person's prickly. They might even be, like, pointy. Like, there might be something pointy about them. They might like pointy jewelry. They might have, like, spiky hair. Something like that. But I think that there is some sort of, like, they could be, like, punk aesthetic. That's not going to be for everybody, of course. And so if it's, like, in their time off, maybe, you know, something like that. But I think that this is the type of person who has had to, work very hard to get where they are in life. And they don't want anybody to mess that up, which is part of the reason why they're such a control freak. It's interesting because, like, at first it was almost like this person didn't want me to read them, but now that I had, like, the cracking open, getting cracked, now that I had the cracking open, it's like they're like, no, say something else about me. Okay, well, what is it? Tell me more. What else is there? There we go. Player. I told you, this person may not be truly single when you meet them. Okay? They could have a gambling problem for some of you. Or they may, like, be a player and they may not truly be a one-woman man, a one-man lady, a one-person person, okay? So, be careful. Pile 3. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye. My lovely, 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 lovely Pile 4s. Hello and welcome to the identifiers portion of your reading. If you're not into the identifiers portion, thank you anyway for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But there's also a timestamp down below in the description box that will take you directly to the reading. So we're going to go ahead and put these off to the side. Ooh, off to the side. And we're going to get our lip bowl out. Let's see. Spirit, please disconnect me from the energy of all the other piles and tap me into the energy of pile 4. Pile 4. My viewers who are here, we're trying to figure out their future spouse or their next relationship. And I say that because some people may not want to get married, right? But that doesn't mean you can't have like your next serious long relationship. Okay, so Spirit, who's in pile 4? Who are my pile 4 people? Who's in pile 4? 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, that feels about right. I want to just say thank you again for being here. I'm very grateful. If you're here watching my channel, I appreciate you, and I hope you're having a great day. And if you've never been here before, I'm Empress of Fortune Tarot, but the way that we work with these identifiers, they're supposed to be confirmation. They may have come up recently in your life. It could be something significant to you, like maybe, for example, if it's like a type of food, maybe it's your favorite food, or maybe you ate that food yesterday, or, you know, something like that. So there could be recency. Ooh, we do have a food here. We have lobster. How did I know? Because usually I say like it's your favorite song, but no, I said food this time. I guess I'm psychic. We have lobster here. So maybe that's your favorite seafood. Maybe you just ate lobster. Maybe you just saw a picture of a lobster. Okay, or maybe like somebody was eating lobster in your TV show that you just watched. Okay, juicy. Ooh, we got a juicy lobster up in here. That's cute. I like that. Juicy by Doja Cat featuring Tyga. Okay, what else is this? We have Outstanding by the Gap Band. Outstanding. Girl, you knock me out. That's one of the best songs ever made. Cinna from The Hunger Games, played by Lenny Kravitz in the movie Cinna. That also, of course, makes me think of cinnamon. We have here Mississippi, Mississippi. Mississippi, Delta. Mississippi Delta could be relevant. Congratulations, Smack and Katie by Reggie and the Full Effect. I knew this one was going to come out. I was thinking it might have been this one, but no, here we go. Also, Peanut Butter and Jelly, because the main characters in that music video are Peanut Butter and Jelly, so PB&J could be relevant. We have here Paralyzer by Finger 11. I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I want to make you move because you're standing still. It's a song. Bear Claw. This is maybe the pastry. It could also be Bear Claw from New Girl, played by Josh Gad. So maybe you are a fan of New Girl and you know who Bear Claw is. We have Grand Crew. Interesting. 2 shows that take place in Los Angeles coming out back to back. So LA could have some significance here. Grand Crew is about a group of friends who hang out at a wine bar. It's cute. It was canceled after 2 seasons, but it was really cute. I liked it. When You're Good to Mama by Queen Latifah from the musical Chicago. This was from the movie version. We have like a interesting theme here. Queen Latifah playing the Big Mama, and then we had Lenny Kravitz playing Cinna from The Hunger Games. So like musicians turned actors. Interesting. Marlon Wayans, one of the Wayans brothers, Marlon Wayans. You may know him from Scary Movie or the Wayans Brothers TV show. We have Self-Date. That is when you take yourself out on a date. Very simple. Maybe you took yourself to the movies. Maybe you took yourself to Red Lobster the other day. You never know. You never know. Gospel music. Gospel music. That song, Blessings, is coming to my mind right now by Tasha Cobbs Leonard and Nicki Minaj. Motel. Motel. Maybe you just passed by a motel. Maybe you're staying at a motel. Maybe you worked at a motel. Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. We have here Usman. Usman from 90 Day Fiancé, also known as Soulja Boy. He's a Nigerian music artist who was on 90 Day Fiancé twice with 2 different women. We have here Ruffles. The chips. Or it could be like ruffles, like the fabric. Like maybe you're wearing a ruffled shirt, or maybe you really like ruffles on your clothing. Adinkra, speaking of clothing, this is a type of symbol. Well, it's like a set of symbols that are usually put onto fabric in West Africa. So we have like West African fashion coming through here, because Usman is from Nigeria. Adinkra, I don't know if they're specifically Ghanaian, but I learned about them in Ghana. And then whenever I think about this type of clothing, a lot of the time it does have ruffles on it. So West African fashion is coming through pretty strongly. We have here BoJack Horseman. You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about that TikTok video that was popular not that long ago, just like a few days ago, where this guy was like hyping his mom up for church. They're Ghanaian. And he's hyping his mom up for church. And, oh my God, I wish I remember what he said to her. I don't know. Oh my God, but she was like, until the bones are rotten. And it was like, ugh, she's so clever. She's so clever. I love it. Anyways, Closer. Closer. That's a movie with Natalie Portman, Jude Law, Clive Owen, and Julia Roberts. Yes, that's a fantastic movie, but oof, it is heavy. Spinach. Speaking of heavy, this is not heavy. Spinach. Maybe you've been eating your greens. Maybe you're eating a spinach salad right now. You never know. Maybe that's your favorite kind of leaf. Your favorite kind of salad leaf. Boys in the Hood. More LA energy here. Boys in the Hood movie. Very famous movie. And last but not least, we have Houston HTX. Houston, Texas. So maybe you're from Houston. Maybe you're in Houston right now. Maybe you have a trip planned to Houston. Anything. It could be anything like that. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and write these down in my tarot journal, and I will see you in a moment at the reading. But don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. And also, if you want, comment down below and let me know which of these actually was the one that resonated with you, because I'm always really intrigued. So I would love it if you did that. I'll see you guys in a second. Hi there, my pile fours. Welcome to the reading. If you chose the Hoodoo Tarot or this Tiger card, then that means that this is the reading for you about your future spouse or your next, let's say, like really serious relationship. And I say that because, you know, some people are not interested necessarily in getting married, but that doesn't mean they don't want to know about their life partner. Their life partner, darling. Okay, so with Tiger here, it says willpower, persistence, choice, passion, determination, self-confidence, charisma, masterfulness, and focus. Ooh, Eye of the Tiger, that song by Survivor coming through. This person might really be into the TV show Survivor. They might be into like survivalism, where they're, you know how to like do all that shit out in the woods, how to like, how to like purify water or whatever, all that kind of stuff. They might know how to do all these things, okay? So I think this person's probably also pretty handy around the house too. I would not be surprised if they had a really good sense of how to like make things. This person could be like a carpenter or a plumber. They could be in the trades in some kind of way. And if they're not doing that professionally, they may have it as like a hobby. But I do get that they're like extremely skilled at it, and if they do have it as a hobby, like it could be a profession. So this person, I wouldn't be surprised if they worked with their hands in some kind of way. Okay, I'm getting like a big husky kind of energy, and this doesn't have to be a man. It could be a big burly babe. Okay, but this is a person who, yeah, they got body. Okay, body yada 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 yada. That's what I'm getting right now. I think that this person probably has like a very hearty laugh, like a very deep laugh to them. And yeah, I think this is like a very goal-oriented person. When they set their mind to something, they get it done. They gets it done. This is a Mr. or Mrs. Make It Happen. That's what I'm getting. A make it happen, darling. Okay. We're going to get some more information first about their personality. Then we will get some information about kind of how they approach relationships. And then we will also get some information about the money, how the money is going to work in the relationship. And then we'll also get some information about like how you guys, like the dynamic between you two specifically, okay? And then we'll also get timing of like, when is this going to happen? So stick around till the end because we'll do the timing at the end. Spirit, tap me in to pile 4. Help me disconnect from all the other piles. Tap me into pile 4 specifically. I want to know about this person, their future spouse, their long-term partner, life partner, series partner. Tap me into pile 4. I think I have to shuffle it. One more again. All right, let's see. I'm going to shuffle it one more time. And while I'm doing this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video so other people can find it too. What do we have here? We have Don Juan and we have Trickster. Interesting. Very interesting energy. And we have all this red and yellow coming through here. So red and yellow could be important colors. Those are the colors of the Spanish flag. This person could have some sort of ties to that country or, you know, I don't know, something like that. Maybe they speak Spanish. All right, let's see. Tell me more about this person, Spirit, this person for pile 4. We have here Beauty. Do I keep it in the reverse? Okay, yes. So it's interesting. This person could be really into makeup, or they could be, if it's somebody who doesn't wear makeup, they could be really into altering their look in another way. So that could be through plastic surgery. If it's somebody who like is balding, they might go and get the toupee glued to their head with the haircut. You know, this could be, you know how they say like hats are makeup for men? They could always be wearing a hat to try and make themselves look better. I think that this person, you know, maybe is not naturally great looking, but they do what they need to do or what makes them feel better to looks max, we'll say. Okay, what do we have here? Cancer. Okay, water sign, Cancer. And they have extrovert in the reverse. I'm actually being told to put that in the upright. So this person is very outgoing despite being a Cancer. You know, Cancers can be a little bit to themselves. They like being at home, but that doesn't mean that they don't have friends. I think that this person definitely does have a group of friends, definitely. Maybe even a core group of friends. They can be very silly. Here we go again with another hat. So this person could have a hat collection, or they might just really like hats. Okay. Cancer could be in their sun, moon, or rising sign. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. And I'm also getting that, yeah, I think this person is just kind of silly. Like, they're a little bit of a goofball. That song Tears of a Clown is coming through right now by, I want to say, Smokey Robinson. So kind of like behind their goofball ways, I think this person is secretly pretty emotional. But I think they are also the type of person to like joke about their emotions. This is giving a little bit like comedian energy. Not that this person is a comedian, but you know how comedians will often like take their sadness and they'll like put it out on stage for everybody to see. They're just like, yeah, laugh at my pain, you know? So whether this person is a comedian or maybe an artist, I think that they are okay with like sharing. And that's the thing, is I think that this person is, again, not afraid to show who they are to the world, you know? Okay, we had this card here, Gypsy Soul. This person could definitely be someone who not fears being tied down, but like really, I think that is a little bit of it, but they also like being unconventional. They like having kind of an unconventional lifestyle in some kind of way. I think it makes them feel good about themselves. I think this person just likes to do things that like make them feel like they're different from other people, because that makes them feel better about themselves. So interesting. All right, let's go ahead and get some info about how they kind of like deal in relationships. Spirit, connect us to pile 4's future spouse. Let's see. What do we have here? We have, by my attention to things, I'm making choices. Kind of want to look at this picture here. I think this is a very heart-centered but also goal-oriented person. I think that they, especially with this Cancer here, it's like they really use their heart to make decisions, and the way that they decide on what their goals are going to be, it's a very emotional kind of process for them. I think this person is a dreamer. I think they spend a lot of time in their own zone, kind of like picturing and visualizing how things could be. This person could be a really talented manifester. Do they manifest every single thing that they want? Not necessarily, but I think they are a very talented manifester, because it's coming from a place of heart-centeredness, but also like they feel very secure. And that Cancer aspect, like they feel very secure in not only who they are, but like in their root chakra. I think that this person is probably pretty good with money, and that allows them to really like move forward in a way that they don't have to worry necessarily about if they're going to succeed in their goals or not, because they're not doing it out of survival. They're doing it out of like a place of love, you know? All right, let's see. I want to read the back. All right, the back says, what people do not understand is that you do not choose something by looking at it and shouting, yes, I would like some of that. You make your choices by your attention to things. In this universe that is based on attraction, when you look at an unwanted thing, your attention to it causes an activation of the vibration within you. And then the law of attraction brings more like it into your experience. Interesting. So I think that this person has a really good way of making people who didn't feel wanted before, making them feel seen and making them feel loved. And so they may actually attract a lot of like weirdos or crazy people to them because of just the way that they make these people feel seen. And like, I don't think that they've had somebody who saw them that way before. You know what I mean? So they could get a lot of people who like glom onto them just because of this. Like, oh, Pile 4's future spouse, they gave me some attention and nobody else has ever given me any attention. So like, it must mean something. Whereas I think really your future spouse is mostly just like a person who's very observant. I don't think that it necessarily means anything to them. I think that they're just an observant person. So I wouldn't be surprised if your future spouse had like a lot of stalkers or people who are kind of like weird about them, despite them not even being like, I won't say they're not that hot. I did say they're not like naturally beautiful. I think that they do a lot of work on their appearance though. So they could really like enjoy the attention, but also I do want to say this attention could get a little bit dangerous. So they are very selective in who they give like real attention to, because they are so social and they're also so nurturing of people, especially people who have felt unwanted before. So I think a lot of people probably get confused with this person. Like, is Pile 4's spouse just like nice, or do they actually like me? And the answer is usually that they're just nice. And so you're going to have to kind of figure that out and bust through the wall of that. But I do think that this person, when they actually really do genuinely like somebody, when they're actually genuinely interested in someone, they like go for the goal. Like they really try to like make it obvious and clear. 1122 on the clock just now. They like really try and make it very clear that they actually like the object of their affection and they're not just being nice. But I think a lot of other people who are in and around this person get confused because maybe they just haven't had that kind of attention, or maybe people aren't usually nice to them. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see. How is there more to this? I think not. We're going to get the money. Let's see. Go get the money. Go get the money. Let's see, how does this person deal with money in this relationship? It's not just how they deal with it. I think it will be like you two together. Like, what is the money situation in this relationship? Spirit. Tell me about the money between Pile 4 and their future spouse. Go get the money. Go get the money. Go get the money. Go. What song is that? I don't know. It says here, my career is one of creating a joyful life experience. Interesting. This is number 47. And this one was number 50. It says, if your dominant intent is to feel joy while you are doing the work, your triad of intentions, freedom, growth, and joy, will come quickly and easily into alignment. See your career as one of creating a joyful life experience. You are not a creator of things or a regurgitator of what someone else has created or a gatherer of stuff. You are a creator, and the subject of your creation is your joyful life experience. That is your mission. That is your quest. That is why you are here. So this really fits in with this idea of this gypsy soul, because it's not to say that money is not important. I think money is important, but a life well lived is more important to this person. And I think that that will carry through into your relationship. You may not necessarily feel that way, but they're going to bring that energy into the relationship. And I think that they're going to try and do something in their career that's going to make them embody that. So I wouldn't be surprised if this person had some sort of non-traditional kind of job, some sort of non-traditional kind of life. Like this person could be like a party clown. Like this person could be, like a comedian. They could be doing something that just makes them feel like they're living their passion and they're getting paid for their passion at the same time, which is a really joyful energy to bring into a relationship. I think that it's very attractive, and again, not surprising that this person attracts a lot of people, a lot of weirdos. I wouldn't be surprised if this person were on stage or in a spotlight somehow, because I think that they have this persona or this image of being like sensitive, you know? And I think that with that sensitivity, they're also like brusque and masculine, or what's the word that I want to use? Passionate. You know, they're very charismatic, and this really draws a lot of people to them. So I think this is like a very personally popular person, and they may have struggled in relationships in the past. I wouldn't be surprised if some of their past lovers or past partners got really jealous of the fans, or got really jealous of the friends, or just the other like random bystanders or whatever in their life, because this person just has like a lot of admirers. Interesting. All right, Spirit, tell me more about this relationship. We have here Father of Sticks. This person could be potentially into politics or very good at organizing. This person is, again, very goal-oriented, and passion is like the number one thing that drives them. Tell me more, Spirit, about Pile 4's future spouse or next relationship. Tell me more about this person. They're very intuitive. We have the moon here, again, with like Cancer. This is not the moon card. This is the High Priestess card, but we have the moon in the background. So, yeah, this person is very intuitive, and also they might have some mood swings. I would not be surprised if that were the case. We have here the Hierophant in the reverse. I don't think this person likes taking advice from people, particularly. And I do think that they could be, at times, very solitary. Like, they really feel like they need to spend time alone sometimes. So you may have periods of time where you guys don't see each other just because they kind of feel like they need to get back into their own energy. This person could be a human design projector. What else? Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, there we go. Ace of Wands. This person might not have like the highest sex drive. Okay, it might actually be pretty low. I wouldn't be surprised if they turned you down sometimes. They might have gotten really used to kind of like doing it alone. You know what I mean? And so that might be an issue for the two of you, because they might kind of prefer like the scenes in their mind to the real thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys ended up having that as an issue in your sex life. I think it might be time for us to go ahead and get the timing. And then I'm sure some other things will probably come up as well. But let's see. What is the timing of this relationship, Spirit? When is this relationship coming through for my Pile 4s? Adjustments are required, third quarter moon. So you're not going to meet this person until you make some changes in your life. Some of you guys might have to move. Some of you guys may have to get out a little bit more. I think this is the type of person that you'd meet like out at a bar. I think that you would probably meet this person out and about with friends, on the move kind of situation. I'm not very much, I mean, I guess you could meet them on a dating app, but I'm getting that like you're going to meet them in like a fun place, or a place with a lot of hustle and bustle, like maybe even like a train station or something like that, right? But something is going to have to change before you're going to be able to meet them. I don't think you guys are like in the same place right now. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. And maybe it's that they have to move to you. If you're not ever seeing yourself moving, maybe they have to move towards you. But I think that this is going to be, I kind of do feel like you have to move, but I also, this is like, it's going to take some time. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. This person could be celibate for a while. Like they might be, you know, waiting for the right person, and maybe because they've had such a like issue with weird people in the past, it could be that they are just kind of like taking a break from dating right now, and they might need to be kind of like coaxed in a way into getting back on the dating scene. And so I think that you and this person are both in like growth phases and growth periods right now. So it's hard to say when you would meet each other. None of the other piles were like this. They all had like definitive timelines, but yours, we just have third quarter moon, adjustments are required. You guys are 3/4 of the way there. It's just like you have a little bit left of this race that you have to run, and then you guys will finally like bump into each other some way, somehow. We have the red and orange here again too. Maybe for some of you guys like maybe don't speak the same language yet. Maybe you've been thinking about learning another language. And if that's the case, go ahead and do it. Maybe they're still learning the language so they can come towards you. But I'm getting just like that you might have to, the adjustments I think are coming from your side. I think it's like you're making a plan to change something significant in your life. And once you actually make that change, then I think it will open the door for you to meet this person. It's going to take a lot of willpower for you to break through and like run that last leg of the race, I'm hearing. This person can have really intense eyes. Maybe they're like really piercing eyes. They might be wearing a hat when you meet them. We have, again, hats coming up here. I think this person is like very into fashion, actually. I think they're like swaggy, fly. They really like to put that shit on. This person could be into public speaking. I'm thinking not only the comedian, like I mentioned, but also maybe like a poet or an actor, something like that. You may meet this person at nighttime. I'm going to get a few more of these cards just because I feel like I want to get a little bit more about who this person is. We have here Gemini, so this is like a very good communicator. And again, theater, drama. Okay, this person definitely, I think, has two sides to them. One that they show everybody else and one that they kind of save for like private moments. So Gemini could be in their sun, moon, or rising. And then we got Scorpio here as well. So that could be sun, moon, or rising. This person has very deep feelings for you. All right, you guys. So I'm going to say this could be like a forgotten connection because I was about to clean up. I actually had like finished the reading and then I realized I forgot to get out these cards. I forgot to use these cards. So let's go ahead and do this. This is from the True Love cards. So this will just give us a little bit more insight into the relationship, pile 4, and their future spouse. All right, what do we have here? We have reparenting yourself. Interesting. I kind of want to look at the bottom of the deck. Boundaries. Yeah. So I think that this person, again, because they've had like such weird experiences with other people, they have very strong boundaries that they really try to adhere to. And I think that they, with the reparenting yourself card here, they really feel like they need a lot of like extra love, care, and attention. And this is why the adjustments are required, because this person is right now, they're stuck in their Don Juan trickster kind of energy. They're not really ready for anything serious. And they have some very serious internal work to do in the reparenting arena and figuring out how to comfortably have good boundaries with the people around them. until they figure out how to do that, they're not going to be ready for you in the relationship. They might only be looking for somebody who, you know, looks good, or somebody who they can just like have in their imagination. They might not even be looking for something on this plane. Let's put it this way. This is the type of person who like maybe could get caught up in like a online girlfriend, like an AI girlfriend, AI boyfriend. Okay. This is the type of person who has a lot of sexual feelings, but like doesn't responsibly know how to like let them out when it involves another person. Okay. So yeah, again, I think you both have work to do, but it's not just on your side. Oh, we have the tiger here twice. Look, there's another tiger at the bottom of this card. So yeah, this person does have a lot of passion, but I think they may also have like some trauma or some things that happened to them that they are still working on getting past, getting over, and getting through, that are keeping them from being able to be with you in a meaningful way right now. So this is definitely going to take some time. I think it will happen because, you know, we're hearing like your future spouse or your next long-term relationship, so it will happen, but I think it's going to take some time. So be patient. We have here determination here, so be patient and just focus your determination on yourself at this moment. Work on yourself and let it come to you, because when this person is ready for you, they're going to hunt you down. What's that song? I will hunt you down. I don't remember what song that is. But yeah, I wish I did. I will hunt you down. Whatever. If you know what song that is, please put it in the comments, because it's going to drive me crazy. So yeah. When this person is ready, they will be very focused on you, and you will know that you're the one that they want. The movie Grease could be significant here somehow. But yeah, they will let it be known that you're the one that they want when it's time. So don't worry too much. This person is even giving like a little bit like pet kind of energy. So Megan Thee Stallion, she was like, he say he a dog, I'm gonna treat him like a pet, okay? You might have to approach this person with that kind of energy, because especially if they have been a Don Juan playboy kind of in the past, they might need somebody who's gonna put a leash and put them in their place, baby, okay? So you might need to be that person, kind of like take a little bit of the control, take the reins, okay? So don't be afraid to let them know, especially like if this person is really like, I want you pile 4, then you get to make the rules. And the rules are whatever you want them to be, baby, okay? So don't be afraid to be strict. Don't be afraid to run a strict program and have some fun with it. I think it's going to be a good time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that button, and also, I've never said this before, but hit the notification bell just in case you want to get notified for my next ones. Thank you so much for being here. I do have a Patreon if you want weekly zodiac readings. The link is in the description box. And I also have an abundance journal for those of you guys who are working on your money journey. That also is in the description box. It's very, very helpful for those of you who are trying to learn your financial literacy, up your financial literacy game. Thank you again. I love you. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to leave me a comment telling me how you felt and what you thought of the reading. Bye.